Hmm. Find string chat. I'm gonna test a few things if you guys don't mind. Okay. But it's not really popping up. This is so cringe. So I'm supposed to resize this window. Nah, if I keep this open, it would be way too distracting. Guess I'll figure it out some other time. Guess let's go. I may go to the bathroom before I start. I will do that, but let's see if it's taken. Also, who's booked after me? Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, let's get this thing rolling.
I can't. I don't think I can play this, Rob. So Pinkertons were a deep thing. I wish we had more of them, man. I do. And I just want them doing the right things. That's it. Not this other bullshit. So anyway, so yeah, so vigilante justice is okay. No, it's only okay when it happens to people that I agree with, right? Obviously. Like, I understand you think that you're gonna make one of these, I'm a principal. I don't have any principles. I only have goals, okay? And everything works in achieving those goals. If a principle is in the way of the goal, the principle's the problem, not the goal. So that's how I look at everything. I know people might not want to hear that, but that's the way I think, okay? And so anyway, achieve the objective. Exactly. So that's it. And go on Rumble, nice stream, moving there. Twitch bans you too much, I'm over there then. Yeah, I think that people can watch on whatever platform they want, right? I mean, I might go exclusive
I'll
to
open
another
chat real
platform
quick.
at some point, right? But right now, I'm thinking about just doing what I do. So, yeah, have you seen Abdul Saeed's latest message? He's starting to distance himself from Hassan. Well, yeah, and the reason why, it's not because Abdul disagrees with Hassan. Didn't Abdul, I saw something today about his, mom working with a group that was working with Al-Qaeda. This is what I was saying about how none of these people should be in our country. That none of them should be in our country. This is like an AOE deport, right? It's like, okay, one person, it's optics, right? But it is funny, it's embarrassing, right? That Hassan goes and campaigns for somebody. And I tried to tell him this, and I tried to tell everybody this. I don't know why his ego and narcissism prevented him from seeing the obvious reality that he is an internet shock jock. He is. Whether you want to admit that he's right, you can be a fan of Hassan. Howard Stern is a shock jock, right? He especially used to be, right? Back in the fucking, 1991. Holy shit. He was the man. So, yeah, anyway, torturous dogs, by the way. I've heard about that. Yeah, I heard that with the dog collar and the zapping thing. I remember this. Yeah, that was a crazy day, wasn't it? So anyway, if you are a shock jock, which he is, and if he goes and he says, I'm not, you are the biggest fucking weasel ever. You know what you are. And the fact that his ego and narcissism couldn't allow him to know that, this is the reason why I think Hassan is good for Republicans. It's because Hassan is so ego-driven, so egotistical, so narcissistic, that it's more important to him that he gets the notoriety of being attached to popular campaigns than if his political goals actually are achieved. So I think this is great. I do. It drives people
Nobody
away.
here.
Yeah, it does. And he'll do this.
Seems
and
like there's
he will
nobody here.
attach himself like a barnacle to any of these different people. And by the way, anybody that was ever okay with this guy, this isn't something that you walk back, okay? You don't say, oh, oops, I accidentally supported the guy that has a framed photo of 9/11 behind him that's talking about how white women are a lesser evil of being raped, okay? You don't just, oh, oops, right? I didn't see that one. So no, never let people come out from under this, right? If you support somebody like that, you are an enemy of the United States. You are. There's no other way to look at it. Who else supports 9/11? Bunch of fucking jihadist terrorists. I mean, what else am I supposed to say? So anyway, we view-botting him here today? I sure hope so, man. I hope we got him cranked all the way up. The thing is that, speaking of view-bots, I saw Black Boy Max got capped. I did. And this dude was getting, fucking 30, 40, 50, 60,000 viewers. And then out of nowhere, he goes to 10,000. And I'm like, man, shouldn't have done it. You flew too close to the sun, right? It's like if you're going to view-bot, this is my advice to view-botters, right? If you have, let's say 10,000 viewers, okay? View-bot yourself to 13,000, all right? 13,000 viewers. And that way, because, whenever you're doing 10,000 to, fucking 33,000. It's just too many people, right? I mean, it's too obvious. So it's like, it's the same as like whenever you have these like idiots that go to the self-checkout.
Okay,
And they're like,
Steam is closed. I could
I'm
pop my booster. Let's just do it real quick.
I'm gonna scan. Ooh, it didn't scan. Okay, alright, now I'm gonna scan. Oh, beep! Oh, look, it looks like the keyboard was $1. No, you scan the keyboard, but you scan the mouse. So that way, you pay for the mouse that's like a third of the price, but you get the keyboard instead. You can't go whole hog. You can't, everybody's always trying to go whole hog. You don't do that. You do it gradually and incrementally, and you steal things at a small ratio, right? Like a fucking office space. So that's it. Yeah, unethical pro tips. Well, yeah, Nina Lynn, she's stupid. That's what happens, is she's stupid. At least, and even she's better than some of the other ones, right? Some of the other ones were even worse. People are commenting on you and your girlfriend. I don't comment on a lot of relationship that I have, relationship stuff I have. I just kind of, what's on the stream is on the stream, and people can draw whatever conclusions they want. I don't spend a lot of time talking about this. If I ever get married, I might take 3 or 4 days off. Maybe I'll say the N-word when I'm about to get married. That way I can have like a, like an exciting comeback stream too. And then I'll come back to it, guys, by the way, I got married. So anyway, it looks like they added another fat woman into a video game. And that's gonna be about it, guys. That's gonna be about it. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about relationship stuff. I think that, again, having girls on stream and doing that stuff, it can be funny, and I think that a lot of people enjoy the content with Kaisi. But they actually really do. It's been surprising how many people like it. Holy shit. Yeah, overall, it's not really a big thing with me. Shouldn't parasocial chatters get banned? And there's a whole journey to go through. Oh, is there really? Yeah, I saw it. So, and this is the thing. Let me see. Timu Mal. I like that name. That's a good name for him. And we all know who it is. First 20 seconds. What's this? Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah. And he'll say, oh, well, Hassan's not joking. Yes, I am. The fuck? Yeah. And he'll say, oh, well, Hassan's not joking. Yes, I am. The fuck do you mean? X said you singing it was advocating for political violence. Again, no respect for these people. They are worm-like individuals, lower than dirt. My opinion on these people. Please, this is sent to me by my editor. Please let this be the clip that I think it is. Democratic mayors. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? We're fucking talking about socialized medicine, and you fucking turn around and you fucking ask a question about murderous cities and their Democratic mayors. I want to fucking kill them, dude. I want to kill them.
Come on.
Yeah. And he'll say,
Oh my
well,
god, their
Hassan's not
positioning,
joking. Yes, I am.
slowing me down, really pisses me off.
I want to fucking kill them, dude. I want to kill them. Well, it's actually what a fucking idiot. Really, it's just so embarrassing. And he has Destiny. Whoa. Destiny had the shock collar back then, not Hassan. I meant in a video game setting. I wanna own him in a video game setting. Yeah. Oh Jesus, too far. in a video game. Yeah. Fuck. In a debate. I wanna keep him in a debate in Minecraft. What about? That's crazy, huh? And this is the person that's virtue signaling. This is it. This dude's so lame. I know, what a loser. So this is, and this is the person that egged on somebody to kill Charlie Kirk. This is it. There's no clips, by the way, of me saying that I want to kill other influencers, right? I'm not going around saying this. This isn't a both sides type situation. This is an exclusive, and even with left-wing people, most left-wing people don't even do this. He's really special. He is. He's a very special person. because he's the kind of person that literally advocates to kill people, and nothing happens. Nothing happens, even when the people that he advocates to kill get killed. Wow, what a surprise! So this is it. And full circle moment, Destiny is saving Hassan from getting banned on Twitch, and now Hassan is working to keep Destiny banned. Dude, you know what? There's something about that just rubs you the wrong way, doesn't it? It just rubs you the wrong. It's like, you know what, man? Like, how could you do that? Don't you have any sense of loyalty? Don't you have any sense of brotherhood? Like, this dude helped you out, and you can't even go and try to throw him a bone. You're gonna try to work in the back channel to keep him off the. What a weasel, dude. Oh my god. One more time, because of just how embarrassing this is.
Yeah. And they'll say, oh, well, Hassan's not joking. Yes, I am. The fuck do you mean?
Like mayors, I want to fucking kill him, dude. I want to kill him.
Oh, wow. It looks like, by the way, it looks like you did actually. Oh, here we go. That's right. Oh, this is it. It's now claiming the broader wave of negative news is now intended to get someone activated enough to kill him. Really? And what is reading the terrorist manifesto and having your entire chat doing? Right? I wonder what that's doing.
The whole point is they're trying to get someone activated enough to come and kill me.
Nobody wants to kill you.
The whole point is
Nobody's supporting this. Nobody's advocating for this. Anybody that is should be banned. Like, what are we even talking about? Yeah, there are people that don't like Hassan. There's people that don't like me too. There's people, like, whenever you do political commentary, you do things and you say things that make people mad. The main person that advocates for political violence, he's projecting, is him. It's him. He's the one saying he wants to kill him, dude.
I want to
This is the person. You sure? Yeah, sure. Yeah, there are a lot, like, whenever you do political commentary and whenever you talk about sensitive events, you are going to attract people that have very strong feelings about those events. Whether you are an abortion advocate, whether you're an abortion abolitionist, whether you are, like Martin Luther King, right? He got fucking assassinated. Obviously, me and Hassan
Nice.
are not Martin Luther King. But, this is on the spectrum of activism that, gets people upset. Charlie Kirk wasn't like Martin Luther King, but they shot him too. So, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a dangerous profession. It absolutely is. But people criticizing you don't mean they want to get you killed. That's crazy.
get someone activated enough to come and kill me.
Right.
Okay? That's it.
That's
it is
the
so
reason.
that it is a
Projection, Andy.
lesson. A lesson for all to see and hear and acknowledge. There are certain forces you are not supposed to mess with in society.
And it's the Jews. Everybody knows who it is. It's the Jews. You can't criticize the Jews, which is why I'm one of the biggest content creators on the platform, and I constantly criticize the Jews, and nothing happens to me. But you can't criticize the Jews. That's right. Dave Chappelle can go up on camera and on stage and make jokes about, well, you can't talk about how the Jews run Hollywood, even though they run Hollywood. Goy slop is being used as a term regularly, but no, you can't criticize the Jews. You can't just criticize day and night. Yeah, exactly. It's getting so bad that I think country number 110 might be Israel. It's bad.
Okay, you're not supposed to go after corporate interests that hard.
You're not supposed to go after corporate interests. What? What are you talking about?
You're not supposed to go after Israel that
There's the Jews. It's the Jews.
hard. Your voices should never be heard. Because at the end of the day,
People have no problem with your voice. It's the gunshot sounds that are the problem. Those are So it's the guns and like the shooting of people and the bombs, the explosions. Those are the big issue. Like we have a huge problem with this. We have a problem with Israel's explosions too, but doesn't mean that you're not doing stuff too. That's right. It's always Israel. Everything. He should be sponsored by Israel. Can you imagine how much money? Like if he got paid money every single time he said the word Israel, that would be insane. Like, think about how he'd be fucking rich. He could buy the whole website. He could just ban me, right? He could ban me and ban Tectone, ban everybody he doesn't like, keep Destiny permanently banned, just buy the whole thing.
I am simply a megaphone. Okay?
He's a megaphone, right? And guess what Hitler was? Guess who the, terrorist, guess who Osama bin Laden was? They're a megaphone. All of these people, every demagogue, every dictator, and Stalin is a megaphone. That's probably not a good comparison. I would disagree with Stalin. But the other ones I would not. Very regularly, people are a megaphone for the opinions of the people. But the issue is that you need to have leaders that try to have you aspire to something greater than, indirect terrorism. Like, I mean, I feel like that's pretty low.
I am just a megaphone for your anger. I am just a platform for your frustrations. They obviously...
Well, I don't even see, what's the argument here, right? If you're a platform for people's frustrations, and then their frustrations are they want to get rid of every other race besides white people, Hassan would be saying, well, we should get rid of that megaphone. So, I don't even see how, this isn't even an argument for anything. It's not it's not a minimization. It's just, there's nothing even about this. There's no argument. It's just noise. We're just listening to noise.
Can't go after all of us.
I think we absolutely can, by the way. I think we should. Absolutely.
So what they're trying to do is
That's the RICO case that you were surprisingly, very afraid of. That was all of you, right? Because that's racketeering, right? Uh-oh.
take care of someone who is a large enough platform.
Right, of course. And so let's go. I'll see if there's any more of these that are worth looking at. I'll go through these real quick. And I saw this. So Hassan Piker fans boo him after he says Piker does not deserve 9/11.
America does not deserve 9/11. That's a new thing. America.
He's just the megaphone. Right. This is your fan base. This is it. This is your fan base. They're booing you for saying that America does not deserve 9/11. This is it. And the reason why they're booing, because they know, you don't frame a picture. It's like what I said. Can you imagine, what was the latest national disaster in, I don't know, an Arab country, right? Some horrible event that happened.
The explosion in Lebanon?
The Sudan, let's say
the fertilizer plant that blew up in Lebanon?
What happened in Turkey? What happened in Turkey? The Turkey earthquakes? Imagine if I had a framed newspaper behind me of the Turkey earthquakes. Didn't they kill 30,000 people or something? It was a lot of people that got killed. And I guarantee you, if I had a newspaper article of that, 50? That's a lot. That's a tragedy. Imagine if I had a newspaper article of that framed behind me. Imagine. I wonder what these people think. Everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're saying. So, this whole thing is total bullshit. Pictures of Palestine's rubble? Yeah, exactly.
What's this on Piker? He's
Tough guy.
6'3", 6'4", maybe 6'2". I didn't know they could stack shit that high. Because that's what that is. You don't have to honor Charlie Kirk. You can still debate his ideas, and than social media and credit cards. And that's what Charlie Kirk did. He said, listen, you don't have to go in debt to be successful. You don't
It's
have
not
to be
even,
low.
the thing is that it's not even about what Charlie Kirk said or did. It's that we have a society, okay? We live in a society. And in our society, we can't have people going around shooting everybody the moment they hear something that makes them mad. We can't have this. Like, this would completely fuck up, excuse me, it would fuck up everything. Like, there'd be no way you could have any conversations. You couldn't agree or disagree with anything. It would just be chaos. So it's not even about what he said. It's the fact that you just can't let this happen.
To be
Duh.
there is another option. Maybe I don't agree with everything Charlie Kirk put out there, but Lord help, to be the kind of person that would go on stage and mock him today after he was killed.
Not mocking, they're celebrating. They're celebrating that he was murdered. They're celebrating it. It's not making a joke out of it. I like to, whenever I drink soda sometimes or any sort of liquid, sometimes I like to, breathe it, and that usually doesn't go very well for me. Excuse me, this happens about once every 3 days.
In front of people that way, just in such a
Drink some
wholesome
water.
way.
Okay.
It ain't about Hassan Piker anymore. We can talk about him all day. It's the politicians that are running for office and are elected that are pandering to him, that invite him, that platform him, that say he speaks for them, at least in some way. Those are the ones that need to be held accountable.
At least you. Exactly. And I heard the POV where they're just making fun of the song of Charlie Kirk. Well, the thing is that whenever you have these people that, like, if you ask them a follow-up question, do you think that he deserved to get shot? A lot of these people are going to give you roundabout answers. Like, anybody who's not giving you the answer no, then obviously you have a huge problem. Like, that's a huge issue if you can't just immediately say no. So if this is more than one word, it's a huge problem. Zijing breathing soda? Yeah, no doubt. I mean, again, he advocates for fucking terrorism. It's insane. And so this is another person. Hillary, is this the person who I think it is? He had a name for her, didn't he? No, it's another one. I was thinking of another politician has a similar name to this. So has issued a statement condemning Hassan. So I'm guessing that she is a Democratic Party. So as you can see, this says Democratic Party, not jihadist, Islamic, fascist, communist party, right? This is a little bit different. And so obviously this would mean that she's not aligned with Hassan.
Okay, gotta get to the door again.
there'd be no way you could have any conversation. Michigan State Senator Jeremy Moss. Is Jeremy Moss a Jew? Just
There we go.
no way. No way. No way. Another point on the graph that follows the same line. No way. This is crazy. Wow. They're already fighting? Oh God. Let me see this. And yeah, let's see every single time. It's interesting how this is, it does seem to be every single time. Not Hassan Piker daydreaming about being me, as if keep dreaming, pal. Wait, is this, okay, well, wait a second. So let me read her statement, and then I'm gonna look at what he said about it. Hassan Piker calls for violence against American Jews? Well, that's not true. He doesn't just call for violence against American Jews. He calls for violence against a lot of other groups of people too, but it's just that American Jews are one of the many, right? It's like saying that, Walmart is selling, Windex. Okay, yeah, they are, but they also sell potato chips, televisions, candy bars, and underwear. So it's like, really, you can't say Walmart is like it's like a potato chip store, right? I mean, it's a variety store, really. Violence against all non-terrorists, and even some of the terrorists do. But it depends on the right version of it. Full stop. What is this here? Directly naming Michigan elected official and future congressional colleague. Directly naming somebody, and he's the one that's saying that other people are trying to get him killed. Isn't that interesting? Jeremy Moss is unacceptable, full stop. Piker is a hack who thrives on hate, shock, and awe because he lacks substance. It's dangerous for everyone. We should all be calling out this disgusting rhetoric so it loses its grip on our politics once and for all. It has no place in Michigan and has no place in our country. So I think this is amusing, but it's also like the Democratic Party's self-cannibalism. The self-cannibalism of the Democratic Party is very funny. Because if I were to ever probably suggest to this woman that, okay, let's look at everybody that's like Hassan, all of these foreigners that are in America, that hate America, that love terrorism, and let's just systematically deport every single one of them. She'd probably say, well, we can't do that. Okay, well then that's why we have this problem. Because you don't actually want to solve the problem. This is, the Democrats are totally responsible for this. This is their own Frankenstein monster, and it's turned on its creator. It has. This Frankenstein monster of deranged, like gender identity warriors, foreign third worldists, jihadists, and everything, they've come together to create like an unholy amalgamation of the left. And what they do is they just tyrannicalize everything. They tyrannize social media, they tyrannize their own spaces, they tyrannize public spaces when they can. They're just tyrannical psychopaths. Anywhere they go, anything they do turns into a third world tyrannical dictatorship. That's the way it is, because that's what they are. So really, and I'm the one, and there are some people like me that want to stop this. I want to stop this. I want to put the gender warriors, the ones that are really crazy and talking about shooting people for misgendering them, I want to 5150 them and put them in a fucking facility. The ones that are talking about bombing people and killing people, I want to put them in jail. The ones that are talking about and scamming and funneling money, I want to put them back in their own country. You're going to go back to Africa today. You're going on there. There's a boat, there's a plane. I don't care how it happens. You're going back. It's a rocket ship. We'll have SpaceX do it, okay? Didn't they say you could go around the whole world in 48? We could have this done in an hour.
No.
We have it done in an hour. We have over there in an hour. It'd be done. So what are we even thinking about here? About Canada? Well, I'm not a violent guy. I don't like to be a violent guy. We don't need to do that. There's no reason to do that. So, you look healthy today? Well, appearances can be deceiving. I went to bed at 4 a.m. I had to wake up today. at 8 in the morning. And the reason is because I had an appointment to have my air conditioning fixed today. You hear that? Well. Maybe Thursday.
Just
yeah,
fix
I
it
don't
yourself.
know. And did they tell me this? They said they had like a family emergency and like that person had to go. And I'm like, oh shit, I hope they're all right. And like, I just wish they would have told me so that way I could have fucking gone to sleep because I was sitting there waiting for this. And anyway, so yes, I'm a little bit strung out, but that's okay because I'm fucking sitting in front of a computer talking. Like, I think I can handle this, all right? So let's go back to the topic. I don't mean to derail too much, but yes, that's where we're at. And early bird, yes, of course. How hot is it there? It's survivable, okay? It's survivable. But yes, I am living without air conditioning in solidarity with my European brothers. And I guess I have this. So this is like in solidarity with the pigs in China. So yeah, she calls this out, and I think it's true. And obviously Hassan, of course, has to protect his reputation and defend himself. If I was an Israel First congresswoman, what? What? What the hell does this have to do with Israel? This dude talks about Israel more than the KKK talks about black people. Really? Like, I feel like he talks, like, this is insane. Like, he talks about Israel more than Nick Fuentes. Holy shit, man. It's really everything. Like, it's DR. Just stop. I feel like at a certain point, Israel's got to be paying him. Like, I mean, he's like, he's making a mockery out of this. There are legitimate criticisms of Israel's involvement in American politics. I've discussed them at length. But
Not
the
at length.
truth is that this is just embarrassing. Hassan is actually Israel First. All topics Israel First. Yeah, that's true, actually. That's funny. I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to steal that. With possible cheating scandal with a Republican in the state. So I love how, like, this is the implication. With a possible okay, this is a lawsuit get out of jail free card. I'm going to create a theoretical accusation against you and then just put it out there to attack your character. This is why I never feel bad for people like Dean Withers whenever they get accused of bullshit. Because they have no problem going and doing this shit. They have no problem using any of this language, but then the moment it gets turned around on them, and then they're the ones that are getting defamed, they're the ones that are getting reputation destroyed. Now it's like, oh, you can't do this. Well, this is what happens. Cheating scandal with a Republican in the state. So, I wouldn't spend too much time vying for the spotlight by actively defaming a prominent anti-Zionist voice. Anti-Zionist. You're not an anti-Zionist. Like, it's just, you're just not. I mean, here's the reason why Hassan is anti-Semitic. It's because he supports groups that want to genocide Jews. Here, let's do a thought exercise. Let's say I support the Nazis. Would you say that's anti-Semitic to support the Nazis? Yes, right? You would say this is anti-Semitic. Okay. All right. So, why? Well, it's because of the Holocaust. The Holocaust happened, and the Nazis killed a bunch of people. A bunch of Jews. So, now Hassan is supporting another group of people that wants to do another Holocaust. They say it. They say it. This is, and I'll just real quick. Does Hamas call to kill Jews in their charter? We'll pull this up and look at it here and say it probably. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is it. It clearly says this. It's already Article 7. Here we go. Yes, the original Hamas covenant does. It explicitly quotes a hadith that describes Muslims fighting and killing Jews as necessary precursor to the day of judgment. So here we go, right here. Reframes. And so look at this here. Oh my God. Wow. it does not. There it is. The question is, why do they hate Jews so much, other than religion? It's a land dispute. It's a Middle
No, it
Eastern
isn't, you
land
fucking
dispute.
retard.
Written in 2017 for political reason? Right. Well, how many
It's not a
Jews are-
land
how
dispute,
many
it's a
Jews are in
religion
Palestine, right? How many
dispute.
Jews are around
Guys
Palestine?
does a
They're
land
killing
dispute.
all of them. So anyway, asked about the Houthis and Hezbollah. Yeah, let's see here. What about the Houthis and Hezbollah?
That's a good question. There is no land dispute with
I
them.
don't know how to spell it. I'm bad at spelling. Take a look at this. But I wouldn't talk about sand wars. Well, unfortunately, the sand wars are in America. They're trying to make this, the sand wars are in America. Yes, both have foundational ideology and rhetoric that target Israel for destruction and include explicit anti-Semitic elements directed at Jews. Israel, the hated enemy, has befought the hated ones. One struggle when this entity is obliterated, no treaty with it. There it is. It's primarily on Zionist entity rather than blanket religious call to kill all Jews worldwide in the exact style of 1988. However, the document and subsequent rhetoric treat the conflict in religious and existential terms. So there it is again, the Houthis. This is the Houthis' official slogan. This is like their catchphrase. Like McDonald's, I'm loving it. Well, the Houthis is curse upon the Jews. That's it. So there you go. All of these parts of Iran's axis of resistance show the goal of Iran eliminating Israel as a Jewish state and a mix of anti-Zionism with classic anti-Semitic themes. The Houthi slogan is the most overtly and routinely anti-Semitic. And the Houthis have been the ones that he's defended the most. So how is it that you are the person that's saying that you're anti-Zionist whenever you support organizations that want to kill all of the Jews? You're not anti-Zionist, you're anti-Semitic. This is the most ironic thing, is that he constantly cries about a genocide in Palestine, and then he's subsequently supporting people that want to genocide all the Jews. He's supporting a genocide himself. He said they should get the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think they should get the... Well, never mind. You know what? Never mind. You guys know how I feel about it. So, and anti-America, it's right there. Yeah, sure. And so, anti-Zionist voiced harm to Democrat state majority chances over a 90-10 issue. So, so what he's saying is that 90% of Democrat voters want to hold American Jews accountable for what Israel does. That's great. That's always a good thing to. It's always a good thing to have. And then, not Hassan Piker daydreaming about being me. As if, keep dreaming, pal. There's only one of us hurting the chances of the Democratic majority in November, and it ain't me. She's right about this. I think that, this is one of the things that all of the Democrats that voted for Joe Biden in the 2020 primary, not a single one of them, I can't say not a single one, but the overwhelming majority of them, they're not going to be supporting somebody who is pro-Hamas, pro-Houthi, pro-9/11, right? They're not going to be okay with that. These are your Southern Democrat, James Tallarico. The Bible says that we need to have open borders. The moment that you include this violence, jihadi bullshit, you're going to lose them. And by the way, Joe Biden was the president. And he won the I don't want to argue about the election. I think he won the election. I think people are crying over nothing. But I'm open to evidence of the contrary. I think it's bullshit, though.
Are you?
At least from what it seems. I don't want to get off topic here. He won the primary, for sure, right? We all pretty much agree that he won the Democratic primary. That's the biggest block of Democrats. And you're completely alienating them with third world sand war, identity politics. That's what you're doing. They donate to a child killer. Americans are crazy. Yeah, but it's an American child killer. It is. And it's also women doing
Ow,
it. So
that could have ended badly.
You can't say, oh wow, women got together and did something silly. Oh, okay, well what is it, Tuesday? Okay, of course. Duh, sure, of course that happened. So, just overall deterioration, I know. And Democrats haven't had a primary since Obama. Well, I mean, you could say, I mean, with like the Bernie stuff, I get what you're saying, but like, I mean, they did have a primary. It was just probably a bullshit. The lefties are so far in their bubble, they believe regular people agree with them. Well, they do wield power in a very effective way. And I do
I haven't thought about it,
it's
but
like,
it is
you
true.
know,
The Democrats
I always
really
use
didn't
the
have a
metaphor
legitimate
of,
primary since
you
Obama.
remember in Game of Thrones season 1, whenever Robert Baratheon was like, what's stronger, 5 armies or 1 army? And he says, this is 5, this is 1. The truth is that yes, the DSA and the leftists are not the majority democratically, but they are so motivated and they are so outspoken and they're very active, they're hyper mobilized, and they're really fanatical, right? And I don't mean this in a negative way, I disagree with them, but they are fanatical. And I think that that pushes them a lot farther, right? It's like the 300 versus Xerxes' army. Xerxes' army is the fucking, the Democrats. And I don't want to glaze the DSA. I don't like the DSA. But I do want to say that at least they have a cohesive ideology. The DSA doesn't have the same level of ideological inconsistency that the Democratic Party does. The Democratic Party as a whole has a much more incoherent ideology than the DSA does. It's like saying, but like having a coherent ideology doesn't mean you have a good ideology. Thanos had a coherent ideology. He's still the villain in Marvel, right? So anyway, it wasn't just her. It was Hassan's, best friend here, Abdul El-Sayed. So this is the guy that Hassan was answering questions at his press rally and everything and all this stuff. This is the guy that is now denouncing Hassan. Now he's making negative statements about him. So Thanos made more sense? It does. DSA was Democrats? DSA, Democratic Socialists of America. That's DSA. I believe all Americans deserve the right to advocate for what they believe without fear of violence. This is particularly true for communities that have been intimidated for their beliefs in the past. My commitment to Jewish safety is the same as my commitment to the safety of my own daughters. Anti-Semitism is a scourge and we need to address it in all its forms. I stand against any rhetoric that puts the community at risk. I want to be crystal clear. Nobody speaks for this campaign besides me. Why is there, like, what are you doing, man? Like, what is there, do you have to fill up the whole page? Holy shit, what is this? I feel like I'm reading the Epstein files here. It's like this is supposed to be, it says Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, I don't know, who's the third, Gates, I mean, what is this? How do you have these massive, I know this is stupid, but it's like, what the hell are you doing? So anyway, the quotes are worse. I know, we're going to look at it. And while politicians and pundits try to make this race about a Twitch streamer, we're going to be talking about gas, groceries, goods, schools, and healthcare because that's what Michiganders keep asking about. That's why I'm fighting to keep money out of politics, money in your pocket, and Medicare for all. I don't like Abdul. I think he's a terrorist supporter, and I think that him and apparently his mom was literally working with a group that was funding Al-Qaeda or something like that. So, I think all of these people should be deported. But, let's be honest, this is a much better thing to say other than, but what about Israel, right? He's lying. Yeah, he's literally just lying here, right? And so these are the quote retweets. We can look at it here. This isn't about a Twitch streamer. We're going to say like to insult the intelligence of the American electorate. This is about how the hundreds of millions we have in our country. You have a strong association with someone who has said, what is this here? Who has said that emphatically that we deserved 9/11. If you actually cared about Americans, as you mean to imply by your rhetoric concerning affordability, you would have nothing to do with anybody who says that, obviously. The only reason why people like Abdul like affordability is because affordability allows them to fund and enable more people like them to ethnically replace Americans and Europeans in their own countries and then vote for ethnic policies that benefit each other. That's the reason why they care about affordability. They don't care about affordability because they love the country. They don't care about affordability because they want to, make life easier for the average person. No, this is all a means to an ends, and the ends is to enact basically their version of Islamic, communist, fascist, take your pick, right? Control, and the best way to do that is to import people from countries where that's the norm, right? And also people that are like them that will vote on ethnic guidelines. violence, like we see with, obviously, Minnesota, right, with the Somalians. So, and you saw this also with Arabs voting for him. I saw something about how, like, 94% of Arabs
Okay, I'll be
voted
right
for
back.
Abdul al-Said. There is obviously a huge racial bias that's going on here, and that is the reason why these people are trying to do affordability. That's why. It's not because they care about America, it's because this is a means to an ends for them to subvert America. Now, there are plenty of ways to care about America without wanting to flood it with 1 million illegal aliens and a bunch of refugees, asylum seekers, and people from other third world countries where child marriage is normal. I don't want to do that. So let's go and we're going to read some of the comments here, okay? This is going to be good. So don't let foreigners vote in your elections. Trust me, I know. Everyone warned you until you publicly condemned Tiger and the steps were made on you. This statement isn't good enough. It's not. The thing is that nothing will ever be good enough because nobody would ever accidentally make this mistake. Nobody, he's not, Abdul isn't stupid. He's a very intelligent, well-spoken,
I wanted to enter here for another reason.
Great politician.
I forgot what it was.
I dislike him.
Guess let's continue.
But he's not stupid. He's an intelligent, reasonable, smart person. He knew what was going on. He chose to ignore it because he thought that it would be advantageous. So that's it. Is an eloquent liar? There's a lot of examples, right? Are most mistakes accidental? Yeah, it was not a mistake. It was a calculated risk that didn't pay off, and now you're taking the countermeasures to mitigate that risk. That's just what happens. And I think that it makes sense. That's what I would do if I was him. I'd do the same thing. I think we should only allow American-born people to hold any type of power in America. I don't agree with that entirely because some people are born in America, but then they're raised somewhere else. So I think that really we need to be a lot more strict, but that's not the only level. Like, I would be a lot more willing to let somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, run for office than a random illegal alien anchor baby, right? Like, I mean, so I think it really depends. It really depends, and I think that whenever you have an educated and you have a patriotic, educated, informed voting population, that means that obviously a lot of people can't vote. You get those candidates, right? I don't want to get too far into that, but again, I get your point. I hope you can see mine. This isn't a big deal for me, right? I don't want to argue about this, but this is just like my off the top of my head. This is generally me speaking out my thinking on the topic. I don't really have a final draft of my thoughts of this because I can't really change that. But the only thing that I can say with certainty, though, is that if you run for office anywhere in America, you should never be allowed to have dual citizenship. You can't have a captain with a life raft. If you run for office in America, it doesn't matter whether you're running to be the dog catcher, the sheriff, the mayor, or the governor. You should never be allowed to have dual citizenship. And you should have to renounce it at the beginning of your campaign. Because if you're sitting there and you want to what if I lose? If you're not willing to go all in to help the country in order to run for office, which is what you're supposed to do, then I don't trust you enough because you're worried about losing your citizenship in another country. I don't trust you enough to run a country. I don't.
That reasoning
Which
is kind
country
of
has the most
retarded.
dual citizens? I bet it's probably America does, right? Maybe it's India or China by just volume. Is it somewhere in Europe because the European countries are a lot closer together?
No. They're not closer than America and Mexico.
United States. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, right? Okay, yeah, there it is. How about per capita? How about per capita?
How would you measure per capita?
Some people don't know what this term is. There's a YouTuber, by the way, made a number of YouTube videos about me that didn't know what this term was. He'll learn. It's okay. They have a right to roam in EU? Yeah, the Senshin thing or whatever. Yeah, I know. Per capita, yeah, this is a racist term. We've heard about this. United States almost certainly has the most. Okay, Switzerland is another one. I think that makes sense. Yeah, so I assumed it was the United States. Anyway, let's scroll down. Who's a good goy? Who's a good goy? Bruh, Sneeko, bro. Yeah. Why are people on your campaign telling you this is the right thing to do? Stop bending the knee to the people that want you to lose. Fuck them. Another fake condemnation from Abdul Al-Said. Notice how he never actually condemns Hassan Piker's call for violence against Jammer Moss. Abdul continues to avoid condemning Hassan Piker's call for violence. Well, the reason why is because he probably agrees with it. That's the reason why. Alright, this name's Generic Takia. Yeah, he's just lying about this. Why are you doing this, man? Are you insane? Obviously, like, Hassan doesn't speak for my campaign. He just campaigns with me. Now about those groceries. This is the right way to say it, obviously. Are you insane? This is the state of the American left. This guy condemns Hassan assigning a universal guilt to all American Jews, and you have a bunch of people that are like, wait, what's wrong with you? What is this? What are you doing? This is how he does politics? Let me see this. I'm not sure what this is. So do we think JD is taking Usha back with him in time to meet Pawpaw, or no? The man that stands for working people who says not only do we have a law criticizing, you're a white supremacist? Wait, what? So, basically he's saying that because J.D. Vance is married to an Indian woman, that now J.D. Vance has to accept all third world immigrants and migrants regardless of any sort of, regardless of Americans. Now, I know that, and I think that this language is actually very revealing. And what is it revealing of? It's revealing of the fact that these people's loyalty doesn't lie with their country, it lies with their identity. What's important to him, like, for JD, what he's talking about, like, Usha Vance is an American. She's an American citizen, and for all intents and purposes, she's an American. This is a totally different thing. They don't see things that way. They see things off of a religious, racial, and ethnic guideline.
Skin
and I
color.
think that's very scary. This is what these people do. I'll take Usha every day. I don't know. I don't want to talk about the way his wife looks or something, right? But, like, it's just, ridiculous. Also, his dad would be racist because he's an Appalachian white man. Oh, I didn't even think about that. No. See, this is one thing that you have to understand about racist people. Racist people aren't really racist to other people that they know. They're racist to people that they don't know. So, like, for example, there's tons of people that are like, they hate all black people, well, except for Clarence. Well, I know Clarence. He's fine, right? I'm not talking about him. I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about, guys, we all know this. Anybody that's been around actual racists knows this. So, yes. Anyway, let me go and look at this here. I haven't seen this. This is, obviously redirecting everything. Is this the, why are you doing this? Hassan didn't say anything wrong, nor did he call for violence. Oh, he didn't call for violence.
I wonder what he has to do to gain the support of Oakland County's Jewish.
He didn't say anything violent or incorrect. Really?
Yeah, he has to drop his critiques of Israel. That's what it is. Now, is Oakland County's Jewish committee in unison making this demand of Abdul Al-Sayed? No, of course not. But if there isn't opposition from Jewish figures in this community that are loud about the
How much they hate
divergence
Jews?
between this representative and their own desires.
Every Jewish person proactively has to state that they're anti-Israel, or they can now be a target of terrorism for the presumption that because of their ethnic identity, they now share an ideology with a group of people who other groups of people think is problematic. Oh, okay. I've heard this one before.
Then
I
the media
remember
narrative
this.
will set in.
Yeah.
Even if they don't realize that this media narrative presents Jews as single-minded and singularly invested in the continuation of the Israeli apartheid.
does this have to do with Israel? Isn't this a Senate race in Michigan? Or sorry,
I don't know
like
I don't know how
office
many
race in
different
Michigan?
ways I can explain this.
But what does this have to do with it? What the fuck does Israel have to do with this?
I don't know how people don't recognize how dangerous this predicament is, how dangerous this is for Jews.
It's dangerous for Jews. Do you want to know who makes it dangerous for Jews?
People want to kill
All
them.
the people that I want to deport from the country. So if this type of language and this type of discourse makes it, if you're the kind of person that it would theoretically make it dangerous for Jews to be around you, you should be deported.
You're running around basically tying your entire identity to a country that inevitably will be seen as basically Jewish ISIS. And you're saying,
right,
as Jews, this is all we care about.
If it was Jewish ISIS, Hassan would probably be supporting it. This is the full context.
You're making anti-Semitism worse.
This is worse. You're making anti-Semitism worse by not actively speaking out against this.
Republican U.S. Senate.
This is like saying that every Muslim in America has to come out and preemptively say that Iran is bad. No, you don't. You just simply have to be normal. Be a normal American citizen, follow the laws, be part of the culture. You don't have to disavow Iran.
Candidate Mike Rogers is endorsing a one-year moratorium on new data centers. Look at that. Look at that. They are positioning themselves and reacting to the popularity of our policies, our positions. Look at that. Yeah, Ben Jacobs says, Ben Jacobs reports on Jeremy Moss's test.
It's pretty disgusting that a Jewish American is now minding their own business, is now potentially being harassed because of something on the other side of the world. Yeah, I mean, the same thing happened with COVID and Asians. The same thing happened with Arabs and fucking 9/11.
Same thing happened with Japanese in Pearl Harbor.
Wrong every single time. It was wrong all 3 times. It's wrong this time, it was wrong last time, and it was wrong the time before that. It was bad when we did it to the Japanese. We put them in the internment camps in World War II. They're all bad. They got restoration, not restorate. What's the word black people want?
Reparations.
Not restitution.
Reparations.
You know what the word is, okay? You got the money for it.
Take Adam Johnson says,
Reparations.
I'll translate for those unfamiliar with these serious outreach threats. Moderate on Israel, support apartheid and the arming of genocide, albeit some mild scolding about Netanyahu, or else I will withhold my support and help Rogers. This is a variation on Hakeem Jeffries' further conversations thread. There are pro-genocide, uncommitted movements everywhere for those with eyes to see. That's precisely what is going on here. These guys are shamelessly saying that they are uncommitted. They're uncommitted to Abdul al-Sayed because Abdul has an anti-genocide position.
He's an anti-genocide position. Everybody, see, this is the
His
problem.
Al-Qaeda membership makes him anti-genocide.
Probably, like most people agree that we don't want to be involved in Israel's war in Gaza. Like, I think most Americans are like, this is between you and Hamas and the Palestinians, and we don't want to have anything to do with this. Duh.
That is broadly popular, and these guys can't contend with that reality.
Yeah.
They want Abdul to take a less popular and immoral position, a position that he does not hold. It's totally ridiculous, and we should not let these people forget. We should not let others forget what shameless positions that they are holding on to in this pivotal moment, where the Senate majority hinges on this seat, and they are casting that aside. Because while not all Jews in Michigan are single...
Anyone else pro-Ukraine and not pro-Palestine? I think it makes sense to be pro-Ukraine and not pro-Palestine. Like, I don't have really an opinion on the whole Palestine
I mean,
Israel thing. I think the whole thing's a tragedy.
Ukraine got
but
invaded
I am,
and Israel
like,
got
explicitly
invaded.
pro-Ukraine. Like, I view Russia as the aggressor.
It makes sense to see them
Russia is wrong.
to
Russia
hold both
are the bad
positions.
actors, period.
Handedly or single
Russia bombed Kiev.
handedly in unison,
Shouldn't have done that.
holding up the continuation of Israel's apartheid as a major reason as to why they will withhold their support. There are those who are doing that. And we must not let people forget that reality.
There it is. A tragedy they worked towards and deserved, obviously. I mean, I don't think that the kids in Gaza, like, were working towards getting bombed, right? I mean, like, they were not. And it's sad to see that happen. Now, obviously, Hamas is using them as human shields, and I get it. But you can look at something like that and you can say this is tragedy. Well, at the same time, understanding that, like, yeah, it's happening because there's a war going on, there's October 7th, etc. Like, you can recognize the humanity of people without necessarily saying that, like, it's just a one-dimensional thing. So, I don't know really what the problem is, right? But anyway, yeah, kids are an argument in all conflict. The argument doesn't work. Yeah, sure, right? But anyway, yeah, so this guy, obviously, this is not really a big surprise. And it's already starting. Never go up to your opposition's demands. Give them an inch and they'll demand a mile. It'll never be enough. And this stench of the DC Democrat consultant advice, nothing statement that pishes off both sides and legitimizes an enemy's bad faith attack. You can see, so all of the terrorist supporters on Twitter are all angry about this. And why is that? Well, it's because finally somebody is, okay, all right, we're going to watch this last one here. We're going to watch this last one. And then I don't want to spend all day talking about this. There's some other stuff I want to get into as well. So let me just go through this, and then we're going to finish everything else, okay? It's fake outrage. It is. Okay, here we go.
They recognize that their whatever remains of their career relies on getting money from big donors that care a lot about Israel, right? Near Attention is another one of them. But then there's also the classic, like, I'm going to take the oppositional position to whatever Hassan is saying, like Asmongold. Here's Asmongold talking about how it's really fucked up.
I think this stuff is disgusting. And I think that the people that are enabling it, and the fact that he has people on his podcast that are doing this with him, and they're singing along to somebody who is promoting terrorism and everything else, the reason why they're singing about the We Are Charlie Kirk and everything else, the reason why they're doing this is because
guy who recently ate a 14-day ban.
Yeah.
For advocating to murder children, like shoot children with a gun, is back pearl clutching.
This is the person, by the way, if the kids were Israeli, Hassan would probably be jumping through hoops to defend it. He's trying to use the kids as some sort of moral standard, but whenever all of his favorite terrorist organizations kill kids, you never hear about this. He doesn't care about killing kids. Remember baby settlers? Who says that settlers are military targets, and then right afterwards categorizes and makes sure that there's an explicit qualification of baby settlers. Now, if you hear settlers are valid military targets, and then you hear there are baby settlers, the logic there is that babies are valid military targets. But those babies were Jewish, so I guess it's okay. Hassan doesn't care about the kids.
Not to mention that was just an ad hominem attack, because
how we choose
it's irrelevant that he got a ban for what he's saying.
The fucking flame.
You're celebrating Charlie Kirk being killed because you wanted to kill Charlie Kirk.
I want to fucking kill him, dude. I want to kill
In a video
in a video game.
You're the reason, like, that's the reason why you said you wanted to kill Charlie Kirk. This isn't you carrying the flame. This is you dancing on the grave. Everybody knows this. That's the reason why everybody has the reaction they do. And no amount of gaslighting or lying or misunderstanding is going to hide from the obvious doublespeak here. It's obvious. Are Israelis not allowed to build new homes in their own country? I don't give a fuck what you guys do. Just don't involve me in it. I don't want to pay for it. Just get your sand war bullshit out of my fucking country. Okay? It's very simple. Please.
Yeah. Guy who wants to murder children has the moral position here, apparently.
They support killing Charlie Kirk. Baby settlers, by the way. That's the reason why they're doing it. They're not doing it because they think it's fun.
You find yourself on the back foot constantly. The only thing you find yourself doing is defending against charge.
How are you saying that you're on the back foot whenever you just literally said that your community were the main ones that spread this narrative that I wanted to kill kids? Whenever the entire conversation was about a 60,000, oh yeah, by the way, another piece of information, we're going to talk about this right afterwards, is that guess what's happening over in Ceuta, Spain? Guess what? You would never imagine this.
Rape?
Let me go and find it. Where did it go? Give me a second. There's just been a lot of this. No, that's not it. Where the hell did it go? There's been so many posts that I saw today, it's been hard for me to keep up with. But yeah, there is a rampant and a massive increase in sexual assaults and sexual abuse in Ceuta, Spain.
Amazing.
Apparently I can't find it. I thought I had liked the post, but I guess I'm a fucking idiot and I didn't. Let me just scroll up slowly. I think I actually messed up. Okay, well if somebody can find me the post about that, then I can look at it later on. But right now I'm apparently not able to because I'm a fucking idiot. So I thought I had something and I don't have it right now. Oh, yeah, here we go. A rape crisis, sorry guys, we found it. A rape crisis has been declared in Ceuta after 70,000 migrants descended on the city just 2 weeks ago. A little girl, only 10 years old, is one of the victims. So this is what I'm talking about. Do you think that he's going to talk about that at all? So some little girl gets raped in this area, and you never talk about them. Because these people they don't care about killing kids. They care about whose kids are getting killed. That's the reason why. More shock? Yeah, everybody knew this was going to happen.
Change? I'm not on the back foot at all.
He's right. He's protected by the website. Twitch protects, enforces, and endorses terrorism on a regular basis. Who sings happy birthday to a person that says America deserved 9/11 and then frames a photo, a newspaper of 9/11? Who does that? People that support terrorism.
Now,
Yes.
what's funny about it is,
Okay.
these guys,
These guys.
pearl clutchers,
they're not doing it because they want to, make it the difference between Hassan going and doing this versus somebody else. The difference is that whenever he's doing that, he's doing it because he agrees with it. He wants to see people.
Mayors, I want to fucking kill them, dude. I want to
Yep. Yeah. That's what? Wait, what? What? It's so embarrassing. It's just so embarrassing.
even his own audience is like, it's a meme, dog. Calm the fuck down. Legalize comedy.
I don't like this shot. It is a meme. I think the Charlie Kirk song is funny. I think I think the Kirkification memes are funny. But I recognize that whenever you're doing it because you are celebrating his assassination. You are celebrating his murder, which is different than somebody who's doing it because they think that the meme of it is funny. How do I know that? Because you said it. That's the reason why he uses the red.
I like it. He's just like, no, Hassan is not allowed to. And then look at
But why?
Look at Asmongold defending it in December 2025.
Oh, this is some other random Twitter account.
What do I look like?
You look like Charlie Kirk, bro.
George Floyd was a career criminal, scumbag, piece of shit, piece of garbage, trying to buy a banana with a fake $20 bill, driving around on fentanyl. And Charlie Kirk was just simply a political activist that had a family. No criminal record, no violent behavior, no resisting arrest. So Charlie Kirk and George Floyd are not equal. George Floyd was a piece of fucking garbage. The world is a better place because George Floyd is dead. And I would say that to anybody driving around under the influence of fentanyl. George Floyd isn't special. He's one of unfortunately many. Fuck, like, it's one thing to be doing it the day he gets killed, right? But like, people doing it now, like, this is a while ago.
I loved it. This was back in December. But now even more months have passed, and now it's like, well, yeah, it's not funny.
It's not funny when you do it because we know why you're doing it. It's the same reason. It's not the same thing, but it's the same reason why it's different when a white person versus a black person says the N-word. It's because whenever a white person's saying it, it's like, well, wait a minute, why are you saying that? Like, what are you doing? And this is the difference. So yeah, it hits a bit different whenever somebody who said, I want to kill Charlie Kirk is, singing about and celebrating Charlie Kirk being killed. For obvious reasons, yes. The messenger matters. Like, I make 9/11 jokes,
I love that his entire argument is, I'm not allowed to do it. Like, he just opened...
Yeah.
That's not his argument.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's exactly what the argument is.
No,
the
it's
reason
not.
why is because you're not doing it as a joke.
So
And
it's not
everybody
him,
knows
it's
that you're
whoever
not doing
isn't
it as a
doing
joke.
it as a joke.
That's why you got called out on it by everybody. You're on camera saying that you want to kill Charlie Kirk.
Mayors, I want to fucking kill him, dude. I want to kill
In a minute. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. I mean, what are we doing?
He
Nice
says it too.
transformation.
He's like, no, everyone else is allowed to do this joke.
Yeah,
Shame I
because
didn't
they're
have
laughing.
UE.
They're laughing with it, you're laughing at it. And everybody knows it.
It's just, only Hassan is not allowed to do this, okay? Why? Because I don't like him.
Because I don't like him. Right, that's the reason. That's the real reason.
Never advocated for violence against Charlie Kirk.
Oh, fuck, I want to fucking kill him, dude. I want to kill
In a minute.
in a video.
It's just, only Hassan is not allowed to do this, okay? Why? Because I don't like him. I never advocated for violence against Charlie Kirk.
I want to kill
In a minute.
I want to fucking kill him, dude.
Well, how about that? I mean, Jesus, guys. How embarrassing.
I was literally about to debate him. What the Trump administration tried to do in the
Maybe
aftermath
you would want to kill them after that. Just like you did the next time. Or the previous time, sorry.
of this, of course, and I've offered analysis on this. It's not new.
I've offered
right? I've
analysis.
tweeted about this in the past as well, about the Kirkification and all this shit. The real reason why a lot of the Charlie Kirk memes exploded on the internet was because of the way that the Republicans tried to martyrize Charlie Kirk, and it backfired.
Would Hassan defend and justify and sing along to a song of George Floyd, even though Democrats tried to defend and martyrize George Floyd? Probably not. This is another lying double standard.
George Floyd wasn't a political
It's
assassination.
another pathetic, retarded, disingenuous, dishonest, lying double standard. Huh.
Fired. It backfired for a couple of reasons. One, because we now live in a much more violent environment in general, where people are.
I wonder why.
You know, they're just not going to treat people in death with the dignity that you would normally demand.
Didn't you have a sign of like the Queen Elizabeth with like her eyes crossed out with X's? Like, yeah, because of you. You're the one that's doing this. Like, don't act like, oh wow, these things are just happening. Yeah, because you're trying to manifest them.
Especially because all people are seeing is violence. They're seeing violence in Gaza. They're seeing violence in their schools, right?
Charlie Kirk was killed because there's violence in
From the
Gaza.
perspective of like a Gen Zer.
Those are the only two places that there are any violence. There's no violence in Sudan. There's no violence in Pakistan. There's no violence in, obviously, Ukraine. Let me think. Where are the other areas that are PvP servers right now? No violence in South Africa. No violence in Iran. And remember, again, whenever people wanted to see the violence in Iran, Hassan said it wasn't happening. He tried to downplay the amount of murders that the Iranian government did against their own people. They had to turn off their entire internet so they could mass murder their own people for protesting against them. And Hassan said that it was poetic whenever Khamenei was talking about it. Isn't that sad? Gaza is the only place where any violence happens. Cuba, yeah, I've heard about that. We're going to talk about that after this.
Growing up in this environment where there's like school shootings happening, mass shootings happening all the time.
Who's shooting up
Mass
schools?
shootings happening all the time. You mean like the mass shootings from people that, like, for example, there was the guy that burned the 80-year-old Holocaust survivor alive, and then a bunch of pro-Palestine activists went and tried to support him for burning a 80-year-old woman alive? Are we talking about the other Islamic psychopath that went into a bar in Austin, Texas, and started shooting and killing people, and he had an Iran t-shirt on? Are we talking about another one of the other crazy people that are doing the same thing? I mean, it's fucked up. Of course it's fucked up. Like, I mean, it obviously is fucked up. Duh. It's horrible. They got the internet and they started playing this. Yeah, they're playing his own videos. That's the worst part.
And then they're like, you know, you have to, this is different. This time it's different. And it's a dude who himself has said, you know, school shootings are unfortunately going to continue happening. That's a price I'm, willing to pay for the Second Amendment.
Who said that?
Yeah, I mean, like that's true. Like that's a factual reality. Like if you allow people to have guns, you are going to have a situation where people that have guns are going to shoot each other. This is just what's going to happen. Like it's just a factual reality. It's the same as cars. If you want to get rid of every car, you're going to remove the car deaths. Duh.
That's what he did. Right? That's what Charlie Kirk literally said. Of course, they're going to be like, all right, well, that's a little crazy. The NFL was doing a moment of silence and shit. Yeah, Asmongold was running around months after he was like, well, yeah, everyone makes Charlie Kirk jokes. It's fine.
The joke is the problem.
Right? But prior to that, he was actually actively doing the mass phone calls to get people fired. Mass harassment, mass doxing.
What?
I wasn't. I am. I will continue to do this. I will continue to do this because political violence is a disease. Political violence is a plague. And it needs to be neutralized. Anybody who's advocating for this kind of stuff, anybody who's promoting this stuff, needs to be removed from society. Whether they're put in a mental institution, in jail, or in some way or another invalidated, it needs to happen. We can't have a civil, prosperous, just cohesive society when people think that they can just shoot anybody that makes them mad.
campaigns to get people fired. Some of the people that got fired, weren't even like saying Charlie Kirk deserved it or anything like that, right? Many of the people that got fired were getting fired because they were like, hey guys.
Yeah, but George Floyd, if you had made a joke like that about George Floyd, Hassan would have supported getting you fired. He doesn't care. The reason, again, all of this is doublespeak. It's all bullshit. It's all doublespeak.
Here are some of the
That's not what
quotes that
doublespeak
Charlie
means,
Kirk
but okay.
has put out there in the world.
Yeah.
Here are some of the things that he defended.
Yeah, that's true. But like what you're doing by saying that is you're saying that because he said things that you disagreed with politically, what you're trying to do is rationalize murdering somebody in cold blood. So, like, Charlie Kirk said a lot of things that many people found objectionable and problematic. But none of those things justify killing somebody. Same with Malcolm X or anybody else. Like, Malcolm X said some pretty crazy things, I think. That doesn't mean he should have been shot. We can't live in a world with political violence. It can't happen.
Can we have an honest assessment about his background? Can we have an honest assessment about what he represents?
No. Could you have an honest assessment about George Floyd? Absolutely not. They want to build statues of him. These people don't care about an honest assessment. They care about a narrative. They want to craft the narrative. They lose control of it. It gets used against them, and now they're crying.
Did in American politics. People got fired for citing the guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because they were doing it to justify killing him. That's the reason why. It's super simple.
People got fired for repeating his words. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is like, again, just because somebody says something objectionable doesn't mean you get to shoot them. This is it. And so they did build statues of him? They did. They should take down every single George Floyd statue and melt them down. They should. So, it's insane. Louis Farrakhan spews still superstitionals and he's 93. Does he deserve to die? No. Nobody, like, we don't want to, like, the only people that deserve to die are people that are literally fucking ordering, like, people like Charles Manson, right? Or somebody like Hitler or somebody like that, that's like leading a government to kill other people or something like that. And also, obviously, murderers, child molesters, and stuff like that.
Terrorists?
Those people deserve to die, yeah, 100%. But to say that, like, just because you said something that's problematic, that now this is a green light for you to get killed, or like somehow it takes it from a 10 to a 9, no, it doesn't. There's a lot of people that are controversial that everybody doesn't just shoot them. That's not the way the world works. The world would cease to function if we allowed that to happen. It would completely cease to function. So yeah, anyway, what is this here? I tried, is it El Hassan? I don't know really what this is. He for saying it, he was in, what is this?
These days, I'm gonna get fucking shot and killed. And these guys are gonna be like, El Hassan, tuning in from the hospital. These days, I'm gonna get fucking shot and killed. And these guys are gonna be like,
You need to stop. If anything bad ever happens to Hassan, and I hope it doesn't, I genuinely mean that because I'm going to lose content. I don't want anything bad to ever happen to Hassan. And if anybody ever says anything negative or bad or weird about it, like, I would have no problem helping him with people, like anybody I know with security or anything else. I have no problem with this. Okay? Nobody's supporting this except for psychos and retards. Unequivocally. There's no qualifications, there's no buts, there's no anything else. No support, period. All I'm asking is these people do the same thing, and they will never do the same thing. Because they support it.
Hassan, tuning in from the hospital, talking about how he got shot. El drama, bro. Put the news in the bag, little bro. These days.
What a stupid way to frame it, by the way. What a stupid way to explain this. Like put the news in the bag. Like, what? It's just so dumb. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, you don't believe he should at least receive legal consequences? Yeah, I think that if he cooperated with the Cuban government, then yeah, I think there should be a legal consequence for that. But that's not my opinion. That's the United States law. That's like me saying that if Hassan was speeding in a school zone, he should get a ticket. Like, yes, obviously, if you're breaking the law and you're working with a foreign government, yeah, you should obviously have a punishment for that, but I don't think I don't know if that's what happened. I'm like 50-50 on it. I think he doesn't really know. If you want me to be, like, the Cuba stuff with Hassan, I'm gonna give you, like, my actual take on this. I bet the reason why he's stressed out is because he probably doesn't know, because I don't know who organized that with him, but I have an idea of who it could have been because I know the same people, right? This is like 3 levels of removal. So he might be worried that by those levels of removal, something could have happened, a mistake could have been made.
3 levels of plausible
and it could
deniability.
implicate him. So, yeah, I think it makes sense for him to be worried, but I don't think that he necessarily did this 100%, but it should be investigated because it's a huge problem. The Cuban-funded Geisa, killing their own people, that's bad. It's a really bad thing. He's an adult, he knows what he's doing. All I'm saying is that the way that these things are organized are done through multiple parties, and there are double-blind decisions that you're making that you don't have full understanding of, and it makes sense to be worried about it because you might not know every piece that's in play, okay? You might have a jigsaw puzzle, there's 100 pieces, and you have 94 of them, and it's like you kind of get it, but what if that one piece is like a dick or something? Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to defend him. All I'm saying is that, yes, very clearly, if you do something illegal, there should be consequences for it, but I'm not even saying that he did it for sure. But all of this stuff, this like baiting stuff and like preemptive sympathy baiting is so fucking cringe, especially after he constantly advocates for violence. Constantly, over and over and over. Anyway, so let's go back. I'll look at the CUNA thing. So here we go. Let's take a look at it. This is a surprise to nobody. You reap what you sow. I disagree. Whenever you are violent, decisions and things that are done with words need to be resolved with words. The only issue and instance when things that are done with words need to be resolved with an action is when it's democratically decided. Like, for example, okay, we made a law against people that are, talking to minors, right? Okay, these are words, but they need to obviously be dealt with an action. So you should
Talking
never
to minors?
transcend a verbal behavior into a physical action unless you're doing that with a governmental force.
Defamation would have been a better
there's
example.
a higher level of accountability there. Right? If they're a murder or violence, yeah, sure. So bombing Iran was not okay then? We should have used words? I'm gonna pull you up. You're getting pulled up before we pull this up.
That's a retarded thing to say.
You don't really mean this, do you? You're not really saying this, are you? Like, this is just you, this is just like you, I don't know, intentionally misunderstanding or something like that. There's no way you're actually doing this, are you? You said government astrocized, so you clarified? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Why my chat's not showing? I have to refresh it. I didn't realize you typed so fast. Okay, you're not getting banned. It's just, dude, come on, man. Anyway, it's a gotcha, ban him. Okay, well, it's, again, just, Jesus Christ. How do you think that you have the same, okay, anyway, let's move on. Let's fucking move on, alright? We don't need to, what do we need to think about this bullshit all fucking day? Let's move on. A rape crisis has been declared in Cuba after over 70,000 migrants descended on the city just 2 weeks ago. A little girl, only 10 years old, is one of the victims. Horrifying.
Well, they've lied to you about Ceuta, haven't they? There is now a rape crisis in...
Is it pronounced Ceuta? I don't want to say I'm wrong, if I am.
the Enclave.
migrants remain in the Spanish enclave after the late July mass crossing. And rape, violence, abuse have inevitably followed suit, haven't they? Spain's largest police union, the SUP, reports 15 sexual assaults of varying severity since the 30th of July.
That's like one a day, basically. This is what somebody in my chat said. I haven't verified this. It's just a message that they typed. In CUNA News, 13 cases of sexual assault in 17 days. 4 ER doctors said they had treated a total of 2 women and 6 girls, including one 14-year-old Moroccan and one 11-year-old from an unidentified African country for sexual assault and rape. That's great. Yeah, great.
Majority of victims.
It's almost like the obvious thing that everybody knew was going to happen happened. This is why you can't let this happen.
Are seemingly underage. Some even migrant women themselves. Or Reuters.
And do you remember what I said? Somebody said, why aren't there any women traveling with these men? Because they get gang raped. Over and over and over. Because that's what happens in the southern border here in America.
Well, the southern border is an
Biden had
African.
open
It would be
border
even
policy,
worse.
basically. You had girls getting raped and fucking, sexually assaulted and everything else in between coming over from the border. Duh.
Has confirmed this. In one incident last week, 3 men described as brothers were stopped while allegedly trying to sexually abuse a 10-year-old girl.
3. Like I said, it's not just rape, it's gang rape. 3 guys to 10-year-old girl. This is what I got banned for saying we should stop at all costs. And I wonder how many of the people that virtue signaled about me are going to talk about this. Not a single one. Because they don't give a fuck about the kids. They don't give a fuck about, sexual assault, rape, or anything. All they want is control.
Nice. Could have ended badly, and I'm glad it didn't.
Where's the empathy for that child? There isn't any. That's why these people are evil.
4 young migrant boys have also been reportedly hospitalised after they were sexually abused in the city.
Great, they're doing it to boys too. That's wow.
Well, establishment media preferred the story that almost everyone had gone home.
The vast majority have gone home. There are only 13 child rapes. Oh. Okay. You know what? Never mind. I was worried, but now I'm not anymore.
Kate Burley, formerly of Sky News, was here peddling the line that as if it's all okay now that they've all gone. Well, perhaps people like Kay might convince our government to send some of those spare illegal migrant don't rape leaflets to Ceuta, perhaps. Maybe that will stop it, eh?
Yeah.
And after the invasion of the enclave, groups are now demanding asylum. Signs reading this: we want solutions, we apply for asylum. Take a look.
Oh my god. Ceuta? Is that how I pronounce it? Thanks.
All of this led to the Italian government shutting down the border with Spain, triggering what might be the end of the notorious EU open border programme, the Schengen Agreement. Well, I actually spoke to an Italian senator about it earlier.
Oh my god. So they don't ask anymore, they demand it? Well, they don't have to ask because there's so many of them that they can't really be controlled. So these are the people, no one deserves this. Yeah, exactly. Let me see here, can I find it? I'm sorry, I'm like trying to scroll so slowly, it's hard for me to, I don't know really if this is true, by the way, some of these are inaccurate. I think that's Spanish, like 90% sure that's Spanish. The police on the streets were terrified, I'm terrified. Are you seeing this? How are we supposed to go outside? No? as I said, I think it's going to take 15 or 20 years. I do. I don't think it's as soon as you might think. But it will happen. And I think that it will not happen, and then it will instantly happen. That's too long. No, it's not. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. The reason why it has to get worse is because most people are okay with ignoring problems whenever they don't affect them. The not in my backyard stuff, right? When it's in their backyard, now it becomes real. It's the same reason why a lot of people become more conservative when they have children. It's because now you have a stake in the future. Now it actually does matter. Like, do you really, like, here's the bottom line, right? Like, I walk down the street, there's a bunch of hobos standing around, they're drunk and fucking talking to themselves. I don't give a shit, I don't care. I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, like, everything's fucking fine, right? But would I want my wife walking my children down that same road? No, I wouldn't. And that's the bottom line. Absolutely not. Why do you suppose all the West had an immigration issue at the same time? Because of World War II. I think that it was because it was like, World War II is the original sin of white Western culture, and immigration is a response to that.
Enfrente de la policía, mira cómo está en la calle, toda la mañana siguiéndola. A las 2 de la mañana
It's
seguimos
more than that, but like that's
no
a
paraban de
small
chillar y
amount.
pelearse entre ellos. Da miedo. Todo el día, todos los días. Se les olvida porque la gente dice, ha dicho que la normalidad. Normalidad es una mentira.
I think it's a lot of people from the mainland that come and see it. Until you're out on the street, you don't know what it's like. God damn. That's really sad to see that happen. In Spain, NGOs, the Red Cross, are distributing free meals to thousands of illegal migrants. I have the least animosity towards the Red Cross. They're just trying to help people that are starving.
I don't
Like,
think so.
In a way, I'm like, okay, maybe you shouldn't let them do that because now it's enabling it. But I have the least amount of animosity towards them. I'm not saying the number is 0. I'm just saying it's the most minimal. So let me go and find these other ones because, yeah, the same thing. And this is the reason, by the way, why I said it was so important to stop this from happening. This is the exact reason. Good luck, Spain. Your dollar Spain is depriced. Jewish threats made. Jewish threats fulfilled. This is also like, I mean, everything. I don't even understand, like, what is the logic here? That, like, Africans are like a bioweapon being used by Jews. So, like, what is the counterpoint to this? That we should let them in? Like, what even is this? It's just stupid. There's no logic to this at all. Yeah, yes, it's just crazy. People say that politicians need to be trying court for dereliction of duty towards their citizens. I think so too. Bring in the army and send them back. Yes, you could end this in one day. You could end it in one day, and they choose not to. Let me see if there's any more information about Ceuta. Did I say it right there that time? I don't know if I did or not. Where is it? Why send it back? Because you don't want to deal with it. Yeah, you don't want to deal with it at all. Like, that's really the truth. Like, yeah, I mean, it's that simple. Yeah, there's more of this, obviously.
Okay. Now I also need some of these potions. Okay. Okay, bear attack.
none of these people ever call out the environmental mass destruction that these third world economies create. Like when I see India dumping garbage into the ocean by the ton, and they have garbage mountains that are higher than buildings, I think to myself, I'm not gonna use a plastic. I'm not gonna use a paper straw. I'm gonna use a plastic straw. Oh, I forgot about this. So I take Kaisi to fucking McDonald's, okay? So I take her to McDonald's, and she's like, I want to get hot water at McDonald's because my throat's hurting. I'm like, hot water at McDonald's? What the fuck are you talking about hot water at McDonald's? But she's like, no, they haven't. I'm like, and you're not gonna explain to a girl that they're wrong. So we had to go to McDonald's. So I asked if they have hot water, and they're like, what? No. I'm like, I look over, I'm like, okay, well, can I get a Coke? And then, oh yeah, by the way, then at the same time, she's like, oh, well, wait a minute. After we pull up, she's like, I want something, actually. And it's a special lemon drink. It's the new special lemon drink. It's obviously the most expensive drink. And she's like, I need this. So now I have to have them ring up a second order for the lemon drink as well as the soda because they didn't have the hot water. So then she gets the lemon drink. I threw it away a couple of days ago. I don't know if she had 2 or 3 sips of it. I'm not sure. And of course it was large, right? Obviously, she needed the large, so there was more space that we could take up in the garbage can with it, right? So we go and we do this, and and she sees it, and this is like a culture shock for her. Plastic straws? Oh wow! They have plastic straws here. I'm like, that's right. Yeah, remember the guns in Cabela? That's right. See, wait, it's better here. That's right. She's from Canada. We don't have them, yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, I see shit like this, I'm gonna keep drinking out my plastic straws, my styrofoam cups. I am.
I love plastic.
You can get hot water at McDonald's in Canada? Yeah, well this isn't fucking Canada. You can also get arrested in Canada for having the wrong opinion. Welcome to America. There's no hot water here. It's Texas. You want hot water? Put water outside for 10 minutes. You're gonna have hot water. That's it. I don't want to hear about this shit. It's commie shit? Hot water. Get out of here. What a joke. Boiling water, yeah. God damn. What a shithole, man. What an absolute shithole. So there it is, and I could go through and look at all these, but I'm not really going to go through everything else, right? This is the illusion of exile. Is it just more of these fucking people? I mean, oh my God. These are more people as a pregnant woman, the shame of the women that were raped. I mean, this, Jesus Christ. It's just embarrassing to see how this happened, right? It really is. Like, I don't know really what's going on about any of this. You're too young, they had it, yeah. I mean, like, I'm so tired of this shit happening. Oh, I saw this. Bro. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. There was a clip, he was talking about Aiden that he watched me. There is. And so, it's actually crazy though, that that's the exact shit that I said. That is, I'm glad it's catching on too, by the way, it is. Lindsay Clancy's support makes me realize maybe the Salem witch trials weren't such a bad thing. The fact these fat, ugly bitches in pink shirts are allowed to vote is insanity. Repeal the 19th Amendment. Oh, man. I love seeing this. Yeah, one of us, yeah, we gotta run it back. I know, like, it's wild to see that. And, what is this? Can I find it? Oh, yeah, I was gonna look at this. So, lawyer says he's had multiple male clients tell him that they're concerned their baby mamas will be inspired by Lindsay Clancy to harm their kids. Alex Thompson says he will be using these women's TikTok posts in support of Clancy against them in custody cases. What you're looking at right here, what you're witnessing, is called male excellence. This is called the patriarchy. This is what we should have been doing the whole time. This is it. The Clancy Act? Yep. We're going to... let's actually watch clip.
100%. I've already been consulting with some men in custody cases.
Oh, this is the question? The question is, especially after this case, do you think that we'll see an increase in this happening with women?
100%. I've already been consulting with some men in custody cases where their baby mama has been doing the solidarity hold a heart thing with the Lindsay Clancy stuff, and he's like, hey, this woman's got all kinds of former depressive issues.
When it rains, it pours.
Had self-harm issues. This now is evidence and validation that I have of that fact. Concern based upon, prior allegations with no evidence, but allegations of hitting the kids. And so, yeah, we're going to go and swing for the fences, and we're going to try to strip this woman from having visitation rights. I want to be able to have a forensic psychiatrist.
And then put her in an institution, take away her rights.
Interview this woman, just see
Yes.
how wackadoodle she is.
Yes.
And we're going to use her TikTok posts.
Bro, like, this is Patriot alert. I know. This will become more common. I'm telling you guys, like, there is a way that we do this. There is a way we do this, and this is promised me through destiny. It was promised me through destiny. Solomon had how many wives? Now we only get one. We only get one.
300 wives, 700
right?
concubines.
Like, it used to be great. Like, harem anime used to just be the way it is. Now, like, what the fuck? Let's change that? Yeah, we got a lot. This is promised me, again, 3,000 years ago. So simp, yeah, some simp a long time ago. He told us we didn't listen. Oh, the George Orwell quote, yeah, no doubt.
The problem with harems is that you need eunuchs. So if we bring harems back, we're gonna have to bring eunuchs back too.
One gave custody to the father and one took her children's life. I don't know really what this was. People are not supporting Lindsay Clancy. They're supporting awareness of postpartum struggles so that future children will be saved so their moms get the help that's needed. I think that the next time a girl gets raped, we need to not focus on putting the rapist in jail. We need to focus on the trouble and the issues that men have with dating. You know what? That's what we should think about. Whenever somebody gets raped, we need to start talking about how mentally damaging it is for men and how much testosterone can change your mental thinking. And let's not talk about the rape. Let's not talk about whether they're wrong or not. Let's talk about the psychological damage of, not being able to get a girlfriend. Let's do that instead. They couldn't help it. Yeah, they had a boner. This is just normal. This is what happens. Naturally, just like every other place, except for places controlled by the Taliban, this is viewed as barbaric, inhumane, and subhuman. But somehow, when women use the exact same reasoning, it's empowerment. Isn't this amazing? He has PTSD? Yeah, he has PTSD. It's okay that he killed his family.
PTSD is a worse example because
Absolutely
PTSD
disgusting.
does
The fact that
actually
anybody's
cause people to
supporting
do
this is
crazy
sick.
stuff.
Anyway, let me go and see if there's any more of these that this. Like there's so much. Like we have so much work to do. Like we have so much work ahead of us in restoring the patriarchy. Like women have had control of institutions and they burned them to the ground. We have one problem in society now, and that problem is Karens. There are some women that are not a problem. I would actually argue that most women are not a problem. But there's a contingency of man-hating women that have some kind of fucking vendetta that want to ruin fucking everything. If you look at the political leanings of young people, left-wing and right-wing, let me see if I can show you this. Can I show this image? Look at
1,
this.
2,
Look
3.
at them. You see this?
Nice.
Holy. See that? Them hoes is going crazy and it's scientific. They're scientifically fucking crazy. That's it. They're idiomax. Yeah, this is science. I'm not saying these hoes is crazy and it's like a rap song. No. This is a study. It's peer reviewed. Not good. You can say the problem is also trans Karen as well. I'm not advocating for anything because I got banned for saying it. But if you only let men vote, the entire country would go red. If you only let women vote, the entire country would go blue.
True.
I have a lot of opinions that I don't express on the website. I don't express certain opinions I have on the internet. So this entire idea that men have become incels and men are the problem is a complete lie. Men aren't the problem, women are the problem. Here's the graph that proves it. It's right there. See? They're out of their fucking mind. So, again, and don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading the graphs. It's a survey, not a study. Oh yeah, study would probably make it even worse.
Whoa.
Yeah, you want to do a study on the psychology of this? Oh, no you don't. Nobody wants to pay for that, not because they don't know it's not because they don't know the answers, because they already do. They know what the answers are. Alan's saying many women has come to light in the past few weeks, whether it's wanting to murder their own viable baby for a treatable heart defect, passing abortion through birth laws, or several slaughtering of their own children. Tens of thousands of women. Accountability is the only way to break this whole wacko contagion. It is. Like, you gotta hold them accountable. You gotta put them on the ropes. You gotta actually make it matter. And copycats are real. The crazies are coming out of the woodwork. Exactly. For anyone to know anything about family court in this country, it won't be enough. We're gonna have. It's gonna take a long time to change everything. But in time, we're gonna bring back the patriarchy. We're gonna bring it back all the way. Like it's gonna be the whole thing. And everything. By the way, men are gonna be better off. Women are gonna be better off. Society's gonna be better off. Kids are gonna be better off. Dogs, believe it or not, are gonna be better off. Everybody and everything is gonna be better. But it's gonna take a long time. I did see this too.
Motivate my nigga.
Oh my god. I see this and she obviously said that shit. I think she said that shit. This is her saying it again. Who cares? You have a bunch of these, so the reason why I think it's funny is that you have these super performative fake Twitch streamers that are trying to act like this matters. And at the end of the day, I want it. I don't like performative people. I don't like whenever people act one way, but then they don't really think think that, or they try to control what other people do. I fundamentally don't like that behavior.
That could describe
and so
you.
when I can point out that this is happening, I always do it, and I enjoy it. I think it's very funny. It's some performative shit. Yeah, I don't have a problem with her. Yeah, it's the virtue signaling that's the problem. The N-word's fine. I just hate the virtue signaling, okay? I don't think you should call a black person the N-word, okay? I feel like calling black people the N-word, I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do it. But it's why do I not do it? I think it's bad taste. It's just rude. It's rude. Like, I don't know. It's like mean. Like, I don't want to say
What if it's a
that.
black person that deserves to be
Black,
rude
give a shit.
towards?
Well,
Are you gonna do it then?
Like, I mean, it's not a matter of giving a shit. It's just I just try to be a good guy.
And who
right?
is
I try to be a
here
good guy. But
leaving
there it is.
blood on my floor?
And return the crown. I've got to give up my Burger King crown now. Oh no. So okay. This is also really funny. Oh wait a second.
Every one of us that have roots that go back to the Salem witch trials, we are freeing every one of us that have roots that go back to the Salem witch trials. We are freeing our ancestral bloodline by coming together for Lindsay Clancy.
Exactly, that's true.
If I say what I want to say, I will probably take another vacation.
That's why that shit is happening in Massachusetts. It's happening right near Salem. We are coming together and not letting our sister go down for a crime she didn't commit, and if somehow it was possible, which it's not, it is literally not possible, the timeline isn't possible to create hypothermia.
Do you guys want to see, I'm going to make a graph. This is a Venn diagram, okay? This is a Venn diagram between, I'm going to show you. Sorry, it's like the text is like too big. And this is the other circle. So this is the Venn diagram. You guys see it? Sounds about right? Will there be pop slop today? Shut the fuck up. Of course.
Even if it was possible, we are still coming together in love and support for that woman.
Wait a minute. So even if she killed, okay, so it didn't happen, but even if she did kill the kid, we're still gonna support her for killing the, oh my god.
Kids, plural.
The rise of the
By the way, you can tell that this is a hag. This is, so you know how like in a lot of
Well, she just talked about the Salem witch trial,
they'll
so
have
yeah.
like a witch that's like super hot, right? And then she has like a magic spell on, and then she takes the spell off, and she looks like that, you know that boss I fought in Mortal Shell last night, the fat one in the wheelchair? It looks like that, right? Melisandre, yeah, right. This is a good example of that. Now, the previous ones they did with spells, they have a new spell now, it's called makeup and filters. Look how clear her skin is here. And look how wrinkly and sun damaged her skin is down here. This is a hag. That's a hag. You can tell this is a hag. You're too much? No, I'm not too much sun, but she is. Tell you that. Way too much. Jesus.
We are still coming together in love and support for that woman. The rise of the matriarchy is here.
The rise of the matriarchy is here. That's the problem.
The patriarchy's fucking dead. We will burn it.
You know who else is dead? The 3 children that she killed. Isn't that cute? Wow, you're so happy, aren't you?
The stake.
We will burn you at the stake. It's just, again, oh my god. This is, it's actually crazy, like this, it's everything that I've been saying. It's everything that I've been saying, and this is just like it's just so perfect. It's like a plot device, almost. That this happens and I come back. Why do people put this shit online? Because she's getting gassed up by a bunch of SSRI-addicted, obnoxious, mentally ill, white women that live in suburban neighborhoods that hate their husbands who take care of them and also have hidden resentment against their children because they hate the color of their skin and their kids are the same skin color. So that's the reason why. Like, these are people, like, if it was up to me, like, I'd be taking away all their kids. I'd be all right, you know what?
That is actually reasonable.
We're gonna find a family for you. Okay, you're a family. You like, okay, what do you like? You like listening to country music, okay? You don't know, okay, you don't really know if you're a Republican or a Democrat at all. Your favorite thing to do is to go to church, okay? All right, that's good. And your favorite food is smoked brisket. All right, so you're gonna get 3 kids, you're gonna get a huge tax credit. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna solve these problems. Send them to the Amish? Yeah, voting rights? Oh yeah, no doubt. We gotta build up to that, right? When she's being yassified, yeah, smoke brisket, exactly. Good man, be cool if you have that power. I know one man has that power, but if enough men get together, we can just simply do this. We can do whatever we want. Remember guys? Because, like, you know, this is the way it is. It's like biology, like, we just do whatever we want. So, like, we just need to get enough people together and we just do it. And then that's it. Bro, it's not Kanye. Yeah, it's not Kanye. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not that guy. Takes a village. Takes a village. Like, the tax is 0 if you have 8 kids. Honest question, do you think mental health clinics that release Lindsay 3 days whenever they normally keep a person for 14 days are comfortable at all in this?
No.
Yeah, I think they probably should be looked at, and the mental health clinics need to be expanded massively, but I'd have to look at why that happened. I look at it kind of like, so if you want to talk about, like, let's have a more extended, honest conversation about, like, other people that are involved in the Lindsay Clancy thing. So the husband clearly had nothing to do with this. From everything that I see, it had nothing to do with it. The doctors that prescribed her a bunch of medications. I think that there needs to be not direct accountability for those doctors particularly, because they're following a protocol, but there needs to be a conversation about why we have so much pharmaceutical influence in American politics, why we have pharmaceutical influence inside of advertising, and also how pharmaceutical influence and monetary influence is affecting how hospitals prescribe medication. This is a huge, real, legitimate problem, and it needs to be taken seriously. And the propagators of it, I think, should be held criminally liable for some of these things, at least at a mass level. That's number 1. Number 2, I would also talk about the insane asylums, the mental asylums, etc. I am a big fan of mental asylums. I think we should probably convert at least a couple of prisons to mental asylums and then put people in them instead. I think some people in prison...
I wish I had a way to plant a secret hidden camera to see who the fuck is killing and stealing my shit all the time.
They really are mentally ill more than they are actual criminals. So that's another one. And I think I think we need to build more prisons and more mental institutions. Like, I haven't said this for a long time, so people might have forgotten. I have a policy of 2%. We need to remove the bottom 2% of society and institutionalize them. We need to put them in mental institutions, in prisons, jails, or other forms of confinement that separate them from the public. Just literally remove them. Like a straight up 2% cult. And 2% is the bottom. Like that's like, it could be 2.5, it could be 3. Right now, you have to think that like the American prison population is only 0.6% of the population. That is way too low. We can't have only 0.6% of the population in there. What do you mean by 2%? I mean, we take the 2% of people, like all the crazy crackheads that are walking around. All of the people that go to the grocery store and they use an outdoor voice in an indoor setting and they yell at the cashiers and they throw food on the ground. You're going in a mental institution. If you're getting in a fight with a police officer over a parking violation, you are going into a mental asylum. Let me think. If you support Lindsay Clancy, you're mental asylum. If you are a terrorist supporter, probably either prison, Guantanamo Bay, or mental asylum. And so, how often do you call the 2% annually? Well, it would be a net positive, right? So a 2% would be a baseline. So like it would always be 2%, but it would be above that, right? That's more than 10%. No, it's really not. Getting them help is not removing them. I'm more interested in helping the 98% than helping the 2%. Helping the 2% is a serendipitous outcome, and hopefully that happens. Helping the 98% is necessary. So I'm going to prioritize the 98%. Does that make sense? Wasted resources? So that brings me to the second part of what I was saying, is that we also need to compel them into mandatory labor. So everybody in the prison populations need to be compelled into mandatory labor. We could do this by putting shock collars on them. We could do this by, obviously giving them different treatment based off if they work or not. And we basically put these people to work all over the country, basically fixing things and getting things done. And I think this will be better for them, right? You're sitting around all day in your cell jacking off to cartoons. Get the fuck out of here. Like, at least go out there and build a railroad or something. So that's what we did in Germany. So that's what I would do. And so that's how we make the money back. A vibration collar? Yeah, but it would be vibrating at the frequency of 50,000 volts. Maybe more. I don't know. I'd have to do some scientific research on this, but probably somewhere around 50,000 vibrations a second. So yeah. Cobalt mines? No, I don't want to kill them. I don't want to kill them. I just want to put them to work. So that's what I would do. That's the 2% idea. That's what I'm completely serious about this, by the way. I think if we remove the bottom 2%, you get rid of every plexiglass case in CVS. You get rid of every flock camera. You get rid of the driver's, like the car detecting what you're doing and driving. You get rid of, homeless encampments and crazy crackheads. You get rid of the teen takeovers. You get rid of the carjackings. You get rid of, 90% of violent crime. You get rid of everything. You can just push the button and just get rid of them. They won't get rid of, you get less. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but it's going to go down to such a degree that it's going to be functionally minimal. It'll be functionally non-existent.
Nah.
It's too easy to lose control and abuse unfairness will run rampant. We need very strict regulations. Oh, really? How's that worked for us so far? Oh, that's right. It hasn't. What's this?
Suffer in fucking silence? No, you don't, because you're not a fucking woman.
This is AI.
So, like, I'm saying that, like, you as a society is saying that every woman, because we all fucking survive in silence, that we should all fucking do it without support. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, fuck you. Don't tell us what it is and isn't doing. No, it's fucking insane because.
I bet she's fat.
Women can do everything. We can work full time, we can take care of our kids, we can manage every fucking schedule.
No.
But like, we will always fall short. Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom, why don't you fulfill yourself by getting a college degree, doing this, doing that? Oh, you work, you have someone else raising your baby.
I'm fine.
She has to be fat. This is what women do, I bet. They probably do this at weddings because they realize that, like, I'm not the one getting married. And so they have to like externalize the guilt for why that's not the case. And so she's crashing out at the reception because she needs to rationalize why it's not her. That's probably what's happening.
Using this case to do it, I don't think is smart.
I say you can. So
I think a
like,
woman killing her 3 kids is not the hill to die on of this is what women need. And this is
Fuck
what
yeah.
women need.
No. What I'm saying is that yes, we do. So that
I'm not saying you're wrong.
what I'm saying is that like
The guys are the problem. We need to stop treating people that act this way with kid gloves. One of the big issues that we have now is that, like, and I have no problem with men acting this way towards their wives or girlfriends. Like, obviously, you have to be nice to them and you can't be mean to them. But, like, if this is another person, Islam was right. Look.
what I'm saying that is that
Immediately backs off, yeah.
surviving because at our core, at our absolute core, we want to take care of our children. Let me finish. Don't.
Trying to say that she is not.
You are way too old. Like, you are too old to be doing that. That is something that high school girls do. Stop it. Maybe, like, underclassmen in college.
Let me finish. Don't.
Trying to say that she is not criminally liable.
That's what I'm
which is
saying.
a defense of insanity. A
I'm
defense lawyer
saying
would never do that unless it was 100% certain that she did kill her kids.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't.
And how many mothers are there in the U.S. or in the world? And how many of them do that? It
Do
takes
you know how many mothers? Do you know how many mothers suffer from postpartum
Yes,
depression?
Who cares?
That's an extremely. You can't.
Can I say something that's so awful? Can I say something that's so awful that I probably shouldn't say? Can I go beast mode? This is clearly the voice of another man, and this dude, he does sound kind of like he's gay, and so he's not under the spell of the female persuasion. So he can see through the lies of the harpies. He can see the truth of the evil of what's within. He's immune to their mind control. Listen.
That's an extremely. You cannot. No. I'm saying what I'm saying is you cannot say that the system didn't help.
He's an enlightened one. He is. And so, like, yeah, bro, like, post-up Clary, exactly. Like, he has that all the time. That's nuts.
This isn't a Lindsay Clancy thing. This is a bigger systemic issue. This is an issue on a whole. This is an issue a lot with American.
This is what stupid people do when they get proven wrong, is they shift the conversation away from their actual argument into making a general analogy about a problem that is so abstract that they can't be held accountable for being wrong about any aspect of it.
Healthcare. And you can say it's not a healthcare problem. It's a healthcare problem. It is a healthcare problem.
Yeah, because she should be
You can say it's not a healthcare problem, but it's a healthcare problem.
In the medical
Amazing. That's very convincing.
across the board,
Yeah.
whether it's our reproductive organs, men in this, men in that, men in this. Women, we don't project this anyway. It is across the board. When you are underfunded and you are not done the research, you do not adequately provide healthcare in a way that is most beneficial for the people that you are serving when you don't study. When it is
It's just nothing. Like, it's
The
literally
bitch
just
killed her
like,
3 children.
Like, what are you saying?
underfunded, you don't study it, and women are through and through
Do you want another mimosa, Karen? Of course you do.
told during motherhood that it is you'll get through this. This is the best.
Can you imagine, like, you're at a wedding and you're, like, a table over and you're just like... Yeah, no, the kids are great. No, yeah, they're starting school this year. Yeah, So it's just, holy fuck, man.
Time of your life. You're gonna survive this. So constantly, if we struggle at all, we have this guilt of somehow we're failing as a mother. Society tells us you're meant to do this. So it's like,
if I just decide to kill my 3 kids, it's like I'm failing as a mother. Society, so oh wow, I just killed my kids and oh now I'm a failure. I'm so evil. Well,
how fucking dare I struggle in any kind of way? And if we voice it, oh, Lizzie Clancy voiced it. You know, she was on 13 different medications.
The problem wasn't with her voicing her opinion. The problem was with her murdering her children.
This, by the way, this is another angle of it. This is totally different, but it's also the same. Zero accountability. 13 different medications, yeah. Not anymore. You can't be afraid to shut down harpies for the sake of the group. They're just loud birds in the end. True, brother. True, brother.
So is this the real Egypt?
Yes. Think about it. Malcolm X, when he went to Egypt, he came back and said, that's not them. That's us on them statues. We the true Egyptians.
Who was the true Egyptians?
At that time they were saying African American, but it's the copper-colored Indians.
So is this the real Egypt?
Yes. Mississippi is Nile River. Texas is what, the second largest state, right? Texas was all the states that was around it. So if Texas was a part of all that, Egypt. That's why it takes so long for Texas to change their laws. Because they know they have the most majority of gods and goddesses. And you thinking about San Antonio, Austin area. All this is tied.
I wonder if that's why I was drawn here.
Yeah. It's the city of gods.
So is this the real...
I'm gonna keep showing. This punishment will continue until the voting rights decrease. I will just continue showing these videos until people realize that very clearly there are some people in society that shouldn't vote. Are you a pharaoh? I guess I'm just learning this right now. In case you're curious, this is the level of insanity women on the internet have reached about Lindsay Clancy. I think Lindsay was acting in self-defense. What if Patrick trained the kids to attack their mother and attempt to kill her? Think about it. She was found injured and the kid was deceased. She acted in self-defense, but the kids did enough damage to her to cause the injuries that she had. And how could the kids do that unless their father trained them to do that? It makes
He
perfect
trained the
sense.
children to push her
Patrick
out
is
of the
guilty,
window
and
after
what
they
happened
were
to
all
the
killed.
kids is unfortunate, but it was self-defense. That toddler had a knife. They had a knife, bro, like they were ready to kill. I got even more of this too. No, it didn't. What was the Spencer Pratt video about this shit? Like, cause here's no. Look at this. When your only son that you don't like tries to lay down on you. Can you imagine, bro? Like, this is like you. Oh my god. It's just really, it's just like, damn, bro, like, what a crazy level of spawn RNG, man. Like, you spawned into the fucking, it's like you hot dropped without a parachute. That's bad. That poor baby, yeah. That's just sad. What the fuck, your own kids too? Yeah, I'm scared for that kid. Probably another future victim of sudden infant death syndrome.
So when I first started, paying attention and looking into this case, it actually broke my heart for everyone involved in this. And I hate that it takes something like this to have a real conversation about women's mental health and postpartum depression, because
I can't wait for the next time some male mass rapist gets arrested, and every guy is out there defending him using the same logic and reasoning that they are with this girl, and these women are losing their minds upset about it. It's gonna be so fucking funny. And it's gonna happen in probably like a week, because, you know, a lot of guys do this. So, like, it's gonna be very, very soon. It's already happened. Yeah, but there's gonna be a big one. There'll be a big one. It hasn't been a big one yet.
It is a real thing. But a lot of times it is swept under the rug. When
Every time we call women crazy, you say that it's fucking misogynist. But now you're saying that women are crazy, so it's okay. We've been trying to tell you this for fucking years. You weren't listening. Now you're fucking it. See?
men have a lot of shame that surrounds it. People don't know how to support. And
There's shame that surrounds women about mental health. Every bitch is crazy. They got it. They have every version of crazy that they have. They have this. It's like a fucking like a movie genre. Like it's like, yeah, this is a horror movie. Well, I mean, this could be both. But I'm mentally ill. I have BPD. I have fucking X, Y, and Z. There's something else. Like it's always bad. It's like flavors.
honestly,
Yeah,
our
it's like
medical
advertising.
healthcare system has failed women in a lot of ways. I worked as a triage nurse in an OBGYN clinic, one of the busiest ones in the city of Spokane, Washington. And people would be shocked if you knew the calls that I got, the women that came in. There is a reason that there is a safe place that a lot of hospitals have where women can come bring their baby to keep it safe and keep it alive if they are feeling any of these feelings. It's a real thing, and it happens probably more than people even realize.
So why didn't she go to one of them?
Well, because then she wouldn't
If
be
she
able to
didn't
kill
want
her
to
kids.
kill her kids, why didn't she take the bait? Oh, well.
I'm a mom of 3 boys. If you have some of these postpartum symptoms, they can tend to get worse with each child as well. So you have to be your own advocate. You have to be proactive. And if you do not have people in your life that understand that or know how to get you the help that you need, this stuff is real. And we need to address it in this country. A lot of times women are given the baby and they're shoved out of the hospital and said, good luck, you know?
Can you imagine somebody coming on and like some guy murders his wife and family and kids and like they start talking about this person's mental health? Isn't it so annoying? This is Floyd logic, bro. That's what it is. In Asia, a female with mental problems probably does not allowed to get pregnant. I don't know what they do in Asia. I have no idea. But like, my heart breaks for the children see systematically executed one by one. Yeah, I would say that's the big problem here. And this is the inversion of morality and good and evil that I always talk about. This is what these people do. It's what these people are. I can't believe how many of these people are just ignoring the murder of the 3 kids. Well, it's because they don't care about them. They don't at all. Like, I've said this before over and over and over, but they've never given a shit about that at all. And, here's another one. This is from the trial.
Did you receive a phone call from the defendant while she was at Brigham and Women's Hospital?
I think it was like a week or so after, yeah.
And what did the defendant say at that time about what had happened with the children?
She didn't talk about our kids. She talked about what she went through.
She kills the fucking kids and she's like, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Holy fuck, man. Are you kidding me? What a joke. I mean, these people are just out of their fucking mind. And, okay. All right, here it is. Spencer Pratt, we've lost our damn minds.
The internet was a mistake. We have officially broken bad. Recently, a married mother of 3 young children was grappling with postpartum psychosis. Not just depression, but psychosis. She was committed to a psych ward for a brief stay, but she lied her way out of it and made her way back home. When her husband left the house to go get food, she took her 3 young babies into the basement, lined them up, and one by one, wrapped an exercise band around their neck and strangled them to death. Now, strangulation is very difficult, even with a toddler. It takes a lot of force and a lot of time. It's a very intimate way to kill somebody, which is probably why she turned the kids face down as she did it. She didn't have to watch the life drain out of their panicked eyes as she choked them out. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to choke a toddler to death, so the third child had to stand there and watch their siblings die for about 10 minutes before it was their turn. After Mama had finished killing all of her kids, she promptly went upstairs, slashed her own wrist, jumped out the second floor window to off herself. Well, the snow outside...
This is like the beginning of a Witcher 3 quest line, by the way.
Her fall, the cold slowed her vitals, so she merely fractured her spine, paralyzing her, but she ultimately survived. When her husband came home with dinner, he called out for the kids and his wife. Nobody answered. He went upstairs thinking maybe she was bathing the kids. When he got to the bedroom, he saw blood splattered everywhere and the window wide open. To his horror, he saw his wife on the ground outside paralyzed. He asked where the kids were, and his heart sank when she murmured in the basement. He was on the phone with 911 when he discovered his dead babies. So there's a recording of his screams as he turned over his dead children, seeing their blue faces and their eyeballs nearly bursting from the sockets. The man naturally moved far away in a desperate attempt to reset his life somehow, and his wife is on trial for murder. And women on TikTok are supporting her. Go ahead, look around if you dare. You will see hundreds of psychotic women.
I love him. I really do. This is, bro, this is amazing.
Reporting Lindsay Clancy, blaming the husband.
Alright, he did it. Patrick did it.
Lindsay Clancy is obviously not guilty. He did it. He did it.
Patrick's the one who did it. Not Lindsay. Patrick did it.
Lindsay Clancy's birth chart. She's following all their birth charts and birthdays and zodiac signs. I've already gone over the forensic astrology charts that show that...
Forensic astrology. Forensic astrology, guys.
Women typically don't strangle.
I'm telling you all right
Women
now,
don't strangle.
South Node goes into Cancer. He's a Gemini man.
Like poison or drown them.
I can't wait for this man to be humbled and for karma to do its thing.
Donald Trump. Because of course, in this dystopian social media era, everything is a conspiracy. Nothing is real. Bad things don't happen. Every real story is just fed slop. The real story is some convoluted, nefarious plot by the Jews.
What? That's so crazy.
Whatever the opposite of Occam's razor is, that's TikTok.
That's a great way to put it.
Retard's razor. Please, please, can we start using this? I've said it before. It's not the simplest answer, which is Occam's razor. It's the dumbest, most short-sighted, brain-dead, fucking delusional, stupid, like just ignorant, dumb thing possible. That is the reason why people think it. Retard's razor.
We have lost our damn minds.
Unfortunately, actually, never.
I really think that COVID fried people's brains and that they simply never recovered. We were gaslit to hell, of course. Dr. Tony Fauci, funded the development of the virus. He lied about the lab.
So it came from a wet market in the same place where there's this huge lab that does all the kind of development of exactly what this thing is.
Chris Cuomo, like, he's one of those guys, right? He's like fucking Van Jones, where it's like, I'm usually against him like 70-80% of the time, but like the 20 or 30%, it's like, yes. Fucking that's yes. Fucking exactly.
Some coincidence.
They lied about the threat to kids. They locked everyone down.
I wear a mask to school. I wear a mask to school.
It was looks like some horrendous
Oh my
globalized
God.
Stanford prison experiment. Our institutions completely eviscerated their own reputation and dignity. Gavin Newsom walked us down and then had a fancy dinner with friends at the French Laundry. The science told us that if you went paddleboarding alone in the middle of the ocean...
Do you remember they rowed 2 Coast Guard boats after this one random guy that's paddleboarding around in California? Holy, I gotta take a piss. Give me a minute. I'm sorry, guys. Wore a mask. I wore a mask. I did. I wore a mask. Because my mom was immunocompromised.
Something smells like burning.
So thoroughly destroyed any semblance of credibility that they ever had, and frankly, they don't deserve that trust anymore. But we've devolved into a buffoonish, low-trust society where now people see conspiracy and malice in literally every corner of human life. Nothing is real, but everything...
Look who it is.
...is real. But beyond that is something darker. It's not just that we've allowed ourselves to believe the craziest things. It's not that we've just jettisoned our critical thought. We've lost our humanity. Look at the animals who people are now celebrating.
He's calling them animals. Yes, bro. Yes. That's what they are. Finally. Yes, this is the language you need. They are fucking animals. Thank you.
Openly. Luigi Mangione shot a healthcare CEO on the back and communists celebrated him.
That's
Women
right.
Openly gushed over him and still do. Even as he's pled guilty, they still simp for him. Now I know women have always been crazy. All things... Murderers get love letters in prison, so it's not exactly a new phenomenon. But we can have a discussion about daddy issues another time. That's not what this is.
That's this guy, bro. This guy, this is where we need to be going. I actually think that, like, a lot of people don't talk about this. This is where we need to be going. I like this a lot.
This is something more sinister. What explains the outpouring of love for the mom who strangled her kids? Why are people trying so hard to exonerate her? When some criminal migrant masturbates in front of children at a public beach, the dads rightfully beat the shit out of him. But a woman suffering with suicidal empathy intervenes to protect and comfort that child sex offender?
This is amazing. Holy shit.
You see an invasion of Spain? You see
Yo.
a woman gleefully waving the invaders
Yo.
in? Is this what matriarchy looks like? Where this kind of suicidal
Oh my
empathy
God.
exploits the noble virtue of unconditional maternal compassion and perverts it towards the criminal dregs of society, all because wokeness now supersedes all normal virtue? We've heard that expression. It's a face that only a mother can love. I know I always heard it. We all know that unconditional...
He's so good, bro. Like, he's so good. I feel like this is the Chud avatar. This is the closest thing that we have to the Chud avatar in politics now.
I want him to run for president.
Maternal love, that superpower that God imbued into our mothers to make sure they loved us, irrationally loved us, so they didn't toss us into the damn river as babies when we're crying all night long for months on end. Their maternal love must supersede all reason and normal emotion in order to make sure that they can even make it through. But now that irrational love isn't pointed at our own vulnerable children. It's been reallocated towards whatever group the algorithm has designated as the vulnerable class. Criminal migrants, drug addicts on the street, any and all of the worst cretins of the planet get full feminine favor and protection as long as they're not the ultimate Satan, the white male. The high...
This is the Giga Chud. This is it. Holy fuck, man. Holy fuck.
Jacking of the maternal instinct didn't start with social media. It goes way back to 1995 when she watched Dead Man Walking as a teenager. When that film planted the seed that vile criminals deserve her heartfelt tears.
Don't execute this man. You can stop this from happening, sir.
Then
By the way, Sean Bean beat the fucking shit out of Madonna. In real life. He went full retard in real life.
Injected it with steroids. This is the prolonged condition.
Sean Penn. Fuck, I'm so sorry. Not Boromir. The champion of God.
Not Sean Bean.
No. Excuse me. I apologize. Sean Penn.
I thought you said Sean Penn.
That accelerated with the ascendance of this ironic hero. We got so cute with finding redeeming qualities and irredeemable villains. Gone are the days of the true bad guy. Now, the cinematic vanguard is in love with finding the humanity in the bad guy, telling the sympathetic origin story. Our parents had superheroes. We have anti-heroes.
You're goddamn right.
Our parents had superheroes. We have anti-heroes. Man, this is really like...
Breaking Bad was so brilliant, but it made us cheer on a narcissistic, murderous, criminal drug kingpin who destroyed his family over money. When Tim Burton did Batman, the Joker was a lunatic. But now the Joker gets his own movie where he's the hero, and the climax of the film is him murdering the orderlies at the asylum. The arts dog walked us here over decades, with films and television that inverted the paradigm of normal virtue. Cops...
I just have to pause and take this in, bro. Like... This is insane. This is crazy. Like, I gotta run it back.
Hero, at the climax of the film is him murdering the orderlies at the asylum. The arts dog walked us here over decades, with films and television that inverted the paradigm of normal virtue. Cops are the bad guys, outlaws are the heroes, and man, do you see that manifesting in reality today. Scrolling through Mommy Sleuth TikTok is an exercise in
Mommy Sleuth TikTok.
Pure insanity. Whatever this woke social media blob has done to the modern mind, it's gone far beyond internet sleuthing, and it's spawned an entire generation of hollow-out, depraved crazy. What about all the goblins celebrating the communist?
Goblins. Goblins, animals. Dude. This is great. This is really great.
Who shot Charlie Kirk. You have insane influencers making a fortune off shamelessly exploiting his death, tying themselves in knots with the most convoluted Rube Goldberg bullshit explanations to try and...
Rube Goldberg bullshit explanations.
deny something we all saw in 4K and wish we
This
didn't.
man has a way with words.
Had a rigged microphone.
And they timed it precisely to the millisecond with the fake gunshot from the patsy.
She charge was actually supposed to hit him in the chest.
There were Jews hiding under the grass. It was French special forces. Just the craziest, most unhinged shit imaginable. And people believe it.
I have to roll that
Anything
back.
But what actually happened. Anything but the most obvious, straightforward explanation. The woke communists you saw on camera who have prints on the rifle killed an anti-communist leader because communists are violent lunatics. That's it. We have a communist violence problem. But psychos on the internet have made it
A communist spot. No good. I feel like this is the Chud avatar. This is the closest thing that we have to the Chud avatar in politics now.
maternal love, that superpower that God imbued into our mothers to make sure they loved us, irrationally loved us, so they didn't toss us into the damn river as babies when we're crying all night long for months on end. Their maternal love must supersede all reason and normal emotion in order to make sure that they can even make it through. But now that irrational love isn't pointed at our own vulnerable children. It's been reallocated towards whatever group the algorithm has designated as the vulnerable class. Criminal migrants, drug addicts on the street, any and all of the worst cretins of the planet get full feminine favor and protection as long as they're not the ultimate Satan, the white male. The high...
This is the Giga Chud. This is it. Holy fuck, man. Holy fuck.
Jacking of the maternal instinct didn't start with social media. It goes way back to 1995 when she watched Dead Man Walking as a teenager. When that film planted the seed that vile criminals deserve her heartfelt tears.
Don't execute this man. You can stop this from happening, sir.
Then
by the way, Sean Bean beat the fucking shit
Oh,
out
he
of
did
the
say
dog
Sean Bean.
in real life. He went full retard in real life.
Injected it with steroids. This is the prolonged condition.
Sean Penn. Fuck, I'm so sorry. Not Boromir.
Not
The
Boromir.
champion of God. No. Excuse me. I apologize. Sean Penn.
That accelerated with the
Sean
ascendance
Bean
of
is
the
innocent.
ironic hero. We
He
got
did
so
nothing.
cute with finding redeeming qualities and irredeemable villains. Gone are the days of the true bad guy. Now, the cinematic vanguard is in love with finding the humanity in the bad guy, telling the sympathetic origin story. Our parents had superheroes. We have anti-heroes.
You're goddamn right.
Our parents had superheroes. We have anti-heroes. Man. This is really, like...
Breaking Bad was so brilliant, but it made us cheer on a narcissistic, murderous, criminal drug kingpin who destroyed his family over money. When Tim Burton did Batman, the Joker was a lunatic. But now the Joker gets his own movie where he's the hero, and the climax of the film is him murdering the orderlies at the asylum. The arts dog walked us here over decades, with films and televisions that inverted the paradigm of normal virtue. Cops...
I just have to pause and take this in, bro. Like... This is insane. This is crazy. Like, I gotta run it back.
Hero, and the climax of the film is him murdering the orderlies at the asylum. The arts dog walked us here over decades, with films and televisions that inverted the paradigm of normal virtue. Cops are the bad guys, outlaws are the heroes, and man, do you see that manifesting in reality today. Scrolling through Mommy Sleuth TikTok is an exercise in
Mommy Sleuth TikTok.
pure insanity. Whatever this woke social media blob has done to the modern mind, it's gone far beyond internet sleuthing, and it's spawned an entire generation of hollow-out, depraved crazies. What about all the goblins celebrating the communist...
Goblins. Goblins, animals. Dude. This is great. This is really great.
a fortune off shamelessly exploiting his debt, tying themselves in knots with the most convoluted Rube Goldberg bullshit explanations to try and...
Rube Goldberg bullshit explanations.
Deny something we all saw in 4K and wish we didn't. It was an exploding mic.
It had a rigged microphone.
And they timed it precisely to the millisecond with the fake gunshot from the patsy.
Chief Charge was actually supposed to hit him in the chest.
There were Jews hiding under the grass. It was French Special Forces. Just the craziest, most unhinged shit imaginable. And people believe it. Anything but what actually happened. Anything but the most obvious, straightforward explanation. The woke communists you saw on camera who had prints on the rifle killed an anti-communist leader because communists are violent lunatics. That's it. We have a communist violence problem. But psychos on the internet have made it
a communist violence problem.
Entire cottage industry around denying and exploiting.
We're not morons.
But what's so much worse than these crazy conspiracies is how it drives people to abandon their basic human decency. It goes from just asking questions to demonizing a grieving widow, celebrating her husband's violent death. It's so much worse than just absolving the actual murderer and trying to sabotage the trial. These people have a bloodlust. What have you become when you celebrate an assassination?
Well, well, well.
Like this. I don't care what your politics are. This was a father, a loving husband. You know, I was in D.C. in an interagency meeting when that communist shot Charlie. I was there advocating for the Palisades, trying to get things done to help us rebuild when everyone's phones started buzzing. Now, I never knew Charlie, but some of the president's cabinet members were with us, agency heads, people who were friends with Charlie and had worked with him for years, and they were devastated. It was one of the most grotesque and shocking moments I've ever seen in American history.
I'm gonna be real, you're right about that. I remember watching him die. Holy fuck, that was crazy. I thought it was fake. I thought it was fake. I didn't think it was real. I was like, there's no way so much can come out. You even showed your dad? Yeah. I was like, you see this? He says, whoa, fuck.
But the reactions that followed were far more grotesque and reveal a sad report on where we are as a country.
Exactly. It's not about the fact that Charlie Kirk was killed. It's about the fact that everybody celebrated it.
Mocking his death. Drag queens putting on assassination fashion shows.
That's right.
Who are these demons? What have we allowed?
Bro? Animals, goblins, demons, bro. Like, this is the type of language that is going to deliver us to the promised land. This is the type of mindset that will solve the problem. This is the correct way of acknowledging these things' existence. Thank God.
Ourselves to become. We have been so thoroughly demoralized, I fear that we can't get any lower. These things have fried our...
We have to, no, it's more than like, we have to go after those people. Like, you go after these individual people, you crucify them, you ruin their life systematically, and you even do it to people around them that weren't even involved. You go scorched earth. Think about what would God do in the Old Testament. That's what you do. We are living in a fallen world, and we need to act like it.
Our plans. Politicians become full-time influencers and utter clowns. Gesture gooning instead of campaigning. We dress like...
No shot, you said it. Are you kidding me?
Gesture gooning instead of campaigning. We dress like slobs. We shrug away drug addicts defiling themselves on our streets. We celebrate murders and lawlessness with alacrity. We have no dignity anymore, and I don't know how we get it back.
I do. I know exactly how to get it back. I know exactly how. You put all the demons, all the goblins, all the animals, you put them in the cages where they belong, and you keep them there. And you say, you're welcome. We're going to get them all. That's how it's done. And you do it with the military. You do it with the police. You do it with the National Guard. You take an extra amount of money, stop funding Israel. You make an additional fund to fund ICE, but for every domestic fucking terrorist, you build 5 additional Guantanamo bays, and you
Dude, America pays Israel 3.2 billion. You can't do all that shit with only 3.2 billion.
box shit that you could never imagine for these psychopaths, for these absolute Vladimir Impaler. I like him. You can just do this. You can just get rid of this. Spencer Pratt is a patriot. I love Spencer Pratt. This video is my favorite video he's ever made. Like, by far. This video is insanely fucking good. Oh my god, this is such a good video. Wow. I'm gonna link it to you guys. I usually don't link Twitter videos. I'm gonna link it to you guys. Holy shit, Patriot alert. Oh my god. Wow. It's the end stage of TDS? It's not TDS. These people, they did it to Romney. They said Romney was a Nazi. It's not that at all. You needed a department, the DOD, the Department of Demon Hunters. Wouldn't that be a dictatorship, though? I don't care what you call it. They say we're already in a dictatorship. This is going to be a big dictatorship. I'll tell you that. And it's going to be done. And after that, we go back to things being normal. But we just need like 2-3 years to just sort everything out. Yeah, just get everything done. You're a lunatic? Why? I'm gonna pull somebody up. Somebody says I'm a lunatic. See, this is what they do. This is what they say. They act crazy, and then they say, we need to treat these people like they're crazy. And they say, well, you can't do that. What am I saying that's crazy about this? What am I saying about this is crazy? You're not gonna get mad, right? You might get mad. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I haven't decided if you're gonna get mad. Let me see this. What's this? No, man, what are you linking me? And where is it? And no, oh god, the fucking. I'm gonna get to that. The fucking WNBA shit. They're calling the Spider-Man who punched Jake Lang a domestic terrorist. Since when did punching a Nazi become terrorism? I dressed up like Spider-Man, so you're automatically wrong. It's so funny for me to say this. I'm so glad we're saying this shit out loud now. That's the reason why whenever I get suspended, I don't ever view myself as... I know that whenever I say something... You know what happens every time I say something really bad and I get in trouble for it? A lot of people say, well, wait a minute. Well, actually, though... And we move things just a little bit more. We move things just a little bit more. And eventually things change. So, he didn't say anything, huh? God damn it. Why do they never say shit? It makes me so annoyed. I don't know what this is. They call you a lunatic, they never say I'm wrong. I'm not crazy. I'm the only one that's not crazy. I'm the only one that Spider-Man punching a Nazi become terrorist. The thing is that if they keep doing this, what we need to
How is punching a Nazi not terrorism?
The idea of this is that these people are communists or Maoists or Marxists, and then green light violence against them. And I guarantee you, if right-wing people and conservative people start doing that, they're going to back off of this real quick. They are. Because these people think they have a monopoly on violence. The moment that goes away, they're going to stop acting this way. This needs to stop. Like, all these people that are violent for no reason and hitting people, and by the way, I don't support this. I don't support hitting anybody, being violent to anybody. It's crazy that we let this happen. So when did punching a Nazi become terrorism?
It is terrorism.
You get to decide what a Nazi is. That's the problem.
No, the problem is using political violence because you don't like what somebody's saying, even though he's doing nothing wrong.
Yeah, violence, they're play contact sports as kids. I mean, again, like the thing is, like, nobody wants a civil war. Nobody wants to have actual violence. Like, if you actually are around real violence in, like, an uncontrolled area, it's scary. Even as an adult man, it's scary. Like, and if it's not scary to you, you're stupid. You're either stupid or you're a Navy SEAL. And if you're not one of those two things, like, there's something wrong. You dumb as hell. Oh, the naive on it? Yeah, exactly. Like, that shit is scary as fuck, man. And
I think
anyway,
3
let
more
me know when I
laps.
pull up a few more of these other things that have happened with, this is just, oh yeah, here's another one. Speaking of this is California. Can you believe that? Left-wing activists, extremists, and Antifa stormed the Precious Blood Catholic Church, where right-wing activist Ewing Richard was hosting a free speech anti-Islam rally. Counter-protesters chased him from the church into a Starbucks. Let's watch it. In the church. In the church. You have the barbarians not in the gates. Not at the gates. They're in the gates. Look.
Get out of here.
Assault. Every law is fake. You guys didn't know this. So, if you can't enforce a law, or you don't enforce a law, it doesn't exist. So, it's not assault unless he gets in trouble for assault. Look at that.
There's a lot of people here.
Look what they do. Channel 5. See? Nobody got arrested. See, we could live in an alternate reality where the police come in and they just brutalize and beat the shit out of these protesters that are attacking them. They drag them on the ground into the police cars and throw them in the police cars, drive them and do spins around, fuck them up totally on the way to the police station, throw them in a holding cell, keep them there for days, barely feed them, and nothing would happen. We could do that. It's called Florida, by the way. It's called Florida. That's what they do over there. How do I know that? My dad told me. Yep, see? They didn't do anything. All you do is you weaponize the police against these people and you put this down. That's it. The cops don't do much anymore because they're not allowed to. You shouldn't be mad at the police. The police are just simply that they can't do a lot, right? I mean, they're just simply functionaries, right? I mean, they're supposed to, follow the law and listen to what the people that are elected tell them to do. But what happens if you get somebody elected that tells the police, you know what? I want y'all to go down there and get rid of these people that are doing these protests, that are being violent. And that's it. That's the only thing. Just go get rid of them. You can do that. We can get enough people together and we can vote to just make that happen. Keep that in mind. At any point in time, we can just get enough people together and we can make this stop. And the judges and DAs are the problem? There's a way to solve that. There's a lot of ways to solve that, actually. You can get as many people as you want. So if there's no candidate to carry the idea, your vote's going to go in the bin. I know. There's not a candidate yet that's willing to treat these people like the animals they are. But one day that candidate will manifest. And when they do, this will be a glorious day. What if 50% of the voters won't support it? Then you lie to them and you do whatever you can to do it anyway. You just, like, I don't know, like, then you just make something up. Like, who cares?
That is the truest
like,
thing you
like,
said yet, that you don't know and
like,
that you don't give a shit.
By the way, you pass an act, you misdirect them, you mislead them, you figure out ways to take blocks of their voting rights away. It doesn't matter. Just get it done. That's what matters. You should get it done. Anyway. Oh, I saw this. I thought this was very funny. Lindsay Clancy seemingly arrives without absolutely no one to greet her in the rain. Guys, this brings me to another point. Do you want to know how to have a men's only gym without getting charged or having a lawsuit against you for discrimination? Take away the mirrors. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's just it. And ban phones, yeah, I told y'all, like, it's really that easy. So we actually use those mirrors. I know guys use the mirrors so they can practice their form. I know. It'd be annoying, but, you know, it's for a good cause. So, when I saw this, built by some patriots, very honored to have built the bronze statue of George Washington for the Freedom 250 Grand Prix in Washington, D.C. America is incredible. Look at that. There it is. It's AI. Better not be fucking AI. It's not AI. Motherfucker better not be AI. If it is, they gotta make it AI. Do it for real though. I think it's real. I'm pretty sure it's real. Yeah. What do you mean? Why is he black? Sorry, man, that's funny. That really is funny. And let me see here. ISIS deported a Cuban immigrant to the Congo. You can't leave the building. Wow. The clerical error, yeah. They have us detained, we can't leave. In a continent we don't know, another culture. There's a lot of violence here. The U.S. never gave you notice that you were getting sent to wait a minute. So you telling me that the United States is now sending random illegal aliens to the Congo?
Nice.
U.S. never gave you notice that you were getting sent to Africa. Were you deported because of a criminal record?
I don't have any criminal record, only traffic violations.
Where are the other deportees from?
Damn. Nepal?
Vietnam?
Vietnam?
Cuba?
Ecuador?
Honduras?
Yeah. Welcome home. And Russia.
And Russia too.
That's right.
Pero ninguno de ustedes,
but none of you are from the country.
None of you are from that country.
See, Trump needs to post this. And the reason why he needs to post it is so everybody knows this is what happens. Oh, you're coming in from Guatemala. Do you know where the Congo is? You know? Well, we do. You're going there.
Last lap?
PvP server.
No, están atrapados. They're stuck.
No, actually, this is good. They're stuck.
You have to go. And
They're This is a very violent country. I've seen it on YouTube.
Shouldn't have
It
come.
could be us. They could kill us or arrest us. Damn. You know, I bet if they post more videos like this, people are going to stop trying to come to the country illegally. You know, I bet they'll probably stop doing that. I wonder why. There's no reason. Who could guess? One more, and then we, alright, maybe, fuck, I already talked about this shit, like, I don't want to talk about the song anymore, this shit was so fucking boring. Okay, so look at this here. Inspired by Lindsay Clancy, a mom just slashed the throats of her 3 young children. The 3-month-old and the 3-year-old didn't make it, 5-month-old, excuse me. Miraculously, the 1-year-old survived and is in the hospital now with his father. Oh my God. It's a new social contagion. Killing your kids. You know, like women got into Funko Pops. They get into glitter dumplings. Well, now they're getting into killing their kids. This is not as fun and exciting as a TikTok trend. It's actually kind of scary. But it doesn't matter. Because everybody else is doing it.
But it is a TikTok trend.
Right? Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. What a bunch of fucking demons. I don't even know what else to say. New promotional picture from Rings of Power Season 3.
No way. Nah.
Alright. That's great. I'm glad the Island Boys have a role in the movie now, right? You know, I know that one of them got knocked out, a couple of days ago in the Aiden Ross boxing event. But maybe the same one, or maybe the other one got a job here. This is good. This is garbage, man. Yeah, these are the dwarves, and I'm sure whenever J.R.R. Tolkien wrote the Lord of the Rings mythology,
This is what he had in mind?
I bet this is what he was thinking of. I bet this was his vision. This was his vision for what it was. I don't even know what to say. What is this here? Complete a cube?
I'm just trying to string that.
What's the cube? Oh, it's a tungsten cube? You have to grab it and then lift with your legs.
Oh. Do we count that? Do we count that? Wait, Chad, do we count that?
Yeah.
Guess what, bro?
I really do think Speed is the best streamer. I do. I think he's the best. You know, you put average and, equalize everything right now. And I'm not talking about, overall or all time, but, right now, Speed's the best streamer.
He just won 10,000. 10 bears.
I know this might not be content for everybody, but I really think he's a really, really great guy.
That's an Australian in him. Bro, how did he do that, bro? Chad, he did it. He did it.
So, the way you do it,
I'm just trying to string that.
watch. He doesn't even move his arm. He won't move his arm, he's going to move his legs.
Oh.
See? And then he uses the momentum that he's created with his legs of the thing moving up to then change the angle of it with his elbow so he can use his arm to lift it up and the other way. Yeah. That's how it works. Pendulum, but yeah, bro, you have right here, you have a scientific warlord, okay? Just immediately mauled this tungsten cube. How heavy? Cube that heavy, I'm assuming it's probably about 45, 55 pounds. What are we thinking? Fully tungsten cube, 45, 55 pounds. That's what I say, 20 kg. That's like that's 2.4, so that would be.
Well, I don't think so. If it was only 20 kg, people would have been able to lift it with with one hand.
I bet honestly, if you are a guy and you know the technique to do this, if you can't lift this, you need to work on your physique. Like, unless obviously you have like an issue, of course, right? But like, if you are between like 18 to like I'd say 60, you should be able to do this. Oh, it's 2.2? Oh, it's my bad. That's 54 pounds then. Let's see, could you? I don't know if I could or not. I really don't. I mean, I have two, like, I know I can lift my two 30-pound weights at the same time. I know I can do that, but they're also, like, things that you can grip around. So, I mean, like, I don't know. And it's also like the difficulty with this isn't the weight, it's the size.
No, it's the friction in the palm of your hand as well. There's a lot of factors.
I think I could do it. I'm like, actually, bro, like, I think I'm like 50-50 on this one. I think I could maybe do it, maybe not. Insane grip strength? Yeah, you're probably right about that. The shape is the issue? Yeah, it's like those, what's that?
The shape isn't the issue because then you could use the corner in your favor.
It's like a lot of guys that are like, 6'7", 6'8", right? That like, it's easy for them to lift and like pick up. But like, if you're a shorter guy, it's like fucking impossible because your hand size. Like, I forgot what it was. Shake weight, yeah. Thomas, yeah, I forgot what it was. And yeah, not a shake weight, bro. Like, no, man. Like, it was a fucking, it was like a strongman thing. I saw a thing about it. And anyway, Thomas dumbbell, yeah, something like that, right? And anyway, what is this here? Nitro Camden recently got kicked out by his mom and gave him some heartfelt advice and went through the same situation with his mom earlier in his career. But yeah, speed, bro, like, okay, speed needs to cool, or maybe, you know what? You had the same situation with your mom because you were lighting off fireworks and setting your house on fire. He was just being loud, okay? Like, you were dive bombing into your computer, like fucking throwing out the window and shit. I think Speed's mom seemed to be a little bit more justified.
Bro, you had one kid when your mom came in, bro? Mom? Yeah. Bro.
Yeah.
Follow your fucking dream, bro. Alright, bro? Real talk.
She got mad as fuck,
I was
dude.
in the same situation as you. Real talk, bro. Follow your dream. Do what you want to do, bro. Real talk. I'm being serious, bro. I couldn't even watch that clip. Because it brought up too much, bro. Do what you want to do. Alright? Always, bro. Love, bro. Like, real shit, bro. Do what you want to do, bro. Because, I've been in that predicament. I know how it is, bro. But remember, you got yourself.
Bad advice? No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
And you got God.
Do what you want.
That's all you need. Swear to God.
That's exactly the advice guys need to give to other guys. That is exactly.
Do just what you want, says the person who won the streaming success lottery, and another person who won the streaming success lottery, telling people to just do what you want. Fucking retard.
Groping his son plays on. I don't want to watch it. Okay. Exactly the same. What is this here, bro? How's it been? Return to making music?
Hey, man. What's up? How are you? What the fuck are you doing, man? There's no one in your way. No one can make R&B that is missing right now like you.
It's true that T-Pain made really good music. I don't care about it being auto-tuned. I don't care about any of that, like, fucking...
Yeah, you don't know shit about
slander.
music.
I think T-Pain was... At the end of the day, I liked listening to his songs. And what else fucking matters?
You know, B.
What matters is if the music is good or not.
I just want to explain this to you. If I'm being honest with you, not to get scientific, but you made it look really easy.
He made it look so
You
easy.
came
People got
back
mad.
and made it look easy again. I feel like you're a bridge to bringing back R&B to what? I feel like it needs some black kids.
Isn't it crazy, by the way, about how like hip hop, R&B, and rap just kind of fell off? Have y'all know?
I'll end the stream here. Thanks for watching, everybody.